How are we doing today? I hope you guys are good on this wonderful weekend because I promise you this show is going to be hilarious. All right. Listen, chat, let me know if y'all can hear me right now. Let me actually check the chat. All right. Let me know if y'all can hear this because listen. All right, for those of you guys who've been sleeping under a rock, we're going to be talking about the Britney Venti saga, okay? Because Britney Venti versus Rollo. God, who would have known? Who would have known that would have been the fight of 2023, right? That's crazy. Summer of 2023, we got Britney Venti versus Rollo. Now, here's the thing. For some of y'all thinking, well, that's not really that impressive. Why? Because Rollo practically briefs with everybody, okay? I mean, think about it. Look at Adam Sosnick, for example, okay? Look at Adam Sosnick, okay? The moment he didn't get his way in Adam Sosnick's chat because Adam Sosnick didn't want to read his super chats, okay? Rollo broke ties with him like that, okay? So it was a beef. It was on and popping, okay? So whenever Rollo beefs with someone, it's not really as a mega thing, although it does hold a little bit of weight considering the fact that he is the godfather of the manosphere, right? I mean, look at this tweet. It's just insane. But anyways, it seems as though another woman managed to get under her skin, and it was Britney Venti, okay? Because she basically, kind of went in on this fool, and honestly, she has a point too because this guy is an idiot. He's a fool, okay? And he attacks people, he throws insults, but when it comes to it, right? When push comes to shove, he's got no bones, okay? He's all just mouth and praxeologies and whatever you want to call it, okay? So that's Rollo. She calls him out. Again, like I told you, the guy's an idiot. Okay, so if he can't beat you on the points, he's got to go low. And that's, to be fair, that's Donnie Boy, MLD, the whole shebang. These guys, birds of a feather, right? Listen, Rollo couldn't combat her points, right? He couldn't really just, go at it because a lot of times you would actually understand that Brittany Venti was right. Matter of fact, more right than Rollo knew, right? So instead of doing that, Rollo decides to do a clap back, right, at the video. He claps back at the video, and when he claps back at the video, he presented to his audience as if he had some level of inside knowledge about not only the Britney Venti situation, because apparently that was a situation. Maybe I wasn't paying attention to that, but that was a situation. And then we also have a Lauren Southern scenario, all right? Now, that one I know because a lot of y'all have been sending me messages. Dude, you gotta do look what is going on with Destiny and Lauren Southern. How can you support Destiny and look what he did? He got another woman pregnant. Duke, you're a hypocrite. First of all y'all that was sending me the messages, look who's the joke's on now. Listen, I may be dumb, but I'm not that dumb, okay? I vet things. I'm not like Rolo here. I'm not like any of these guys, okay? When you give me information, I'm looking for 5 or 6 other sources to validate it. And if I can't at least find 4 out of 5, I'm not confidently reporting on it, right? And you would think that's the same mentality the red pill, or at least the guys in the manosphere, would carry because, they also, like myself, respect their audience. No, it seems as though Rollo had this inside information that had deep knowledge about Lauren Southern and Destiny, right? The medical records, right? And then also inside knowledge behind the nudes of Britney Venti, as well as how terrible of a woman she is, because that's it in the red pill. As long as you can believe the worst about women, it's all game, right? So Rollo, realizing he's been fooled because Britney Venti did a drop to Rollo's video, all right, and what she ended up doing was basically letting him know that, hey, buddy, it was me and Lauren. We set you up, bro. We set you up this entire time when you were sitting there bragging and lying to your audience like you got the juice, you got the sauce, right? That you can really put someone under because you got the spies. When you were sitting back and relishing in that moment when you thought you were God, it was actually us. We set you up, right? And now, here's the thing. You can't deny that because what a lot of people starting to realize, especially with Rollo when it comes to it, right? Rollo, especially with the Lauren Southern situation, Rollo has taken this Adam 22's platform along with, what's his name? fuck, Flacco, right? Listen, I'm not good with names, chat. I am not good with names, so don't blame me, all right? Flacco, Rollo Tomassi took that nonsense rumor to Flacco with the Adam 22 collab, all right, and basically spread that rumor to potentially millions of people that could unknowingly get the false information that Lauren Southern somehow had a baby with Destiny and it's hidden or whatever it is because Rollo's boasting about these medical records that were the smoking gun. Well, after the Britney Venti video, a lot of people, even his own audience, this is why it makes this AMA he decided to do so fucking hilarious, because it's not the regular people that are pressing him anymore. The people who are actually pressing Rollo Tomassi are his own fans, because some of them are starting to wake up, all right? Because some people are like, okay, wait a minute, Rollo, it's clear to say that Britney Venti got you on this one, all right? She got you. Clear as day. Clearly, you were not in control of this scenario at all, okay? But, Rollo, you still got those medical records, right? So show us the medical records so we can bury Lauren Southern, right? And so Rollo, you think getting all those messages from his adoring fans that he's now calling haters or instigators or people who want to bait him into making a mistake, right? You would think he would say, you know what, guys? Yes, I'm going to provide an absolute, honest, straightforward truth that Lauren Southern had a baby with Destiny and whatever the fuck, right? Because here are the medical records that I was sent. Here's the thing. I think Rollo is doing the opposite, and he has some interesting excuses why he won't release those medical records. And I got my own theory to add on to that, but we're gonna wait till we play the video because I found it hilarious. The amount of coping this guy did. Chat. The amount of coping I saw in this show, bro, I couldn't deal with it. Like, listen, chat, I'm laughing right now. The show ain't even started yet. That's how you know it's going to be a long one, chat. Listen, I never thought I would see the day that Rollo Tomassi himself would be bested, right? Here's what I mean, chat. Because you know how Rollo will get his ass whooped in certain debates, right? Like the one he did with Destiny where Michael Sartain pretty much talked his way out of a goddamn confrontation, or not even a confrontation, but a debate, right? Because Michael Sartain, let me bore you with all these other facts that I know that doesn't relate to this, right? And that's basically Marcus thing. Now, that's it. Marcus Sartain is a smart guy, right? And that's probably the reason why Rollo brought him on, so Rollo doesn't actually have to face Destiny. So this isn't nothing against Michael Sartain, because I actually, he talks a lot, right? But he knows what he's talking about, right? Because some of the things that, except for the Ukraine thing, because he's wrong. When we're talking about the whole Russia and Ukraine scenario, and when Destiny went on a debate, I disagree with them and both of them wholeheartedly, because I don't think they understand what's really going on the ground, right? Because a lot of their Michael Sartain's perspective definitely comes from like Western sources, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just you got to look at Western and Eastern sources to see what's going on. And when you look at the full picture, it's not as easy as what Michael Sartain is making it out to be. We'll move that aside, but other than that, Marcus Sartain is a very, very, very sharp guy, right? So clearly, Rollo brought him on when he is debating Destiny. But apparently, it's the case that somehow all of this that's going on right now, it's you find out that not only is it the fault of Britney Venti, but it's also somehow the fault of Destiny as well, right? The same guy who was spreading this entire rumors. He's now blaming Destiny for being responsible for this whole Britney Venti thing. And one thing you got to understand as we play this video, Rollo loves making some kind of conspiracy bullshit up. So he's making it seem like there was an organized cabal, right, that consists of Britney Venti, what's her name, Lauren Southern, right, and a couple of these people, Destiny and all that, right, to basically take him down, right, because he doesn't believe that women have it in them, like Britney Venti and Lauren Southern, to do him in the way he was done in just now. Anyways, guys, again, help me out with the like button as we get to this video, and we about to get to it, because this shit's about to get hilarious. Shout out to LTTV, Moxie, all the moderators. Shout out to the members in the chat. I appreciate y'all for being here. Muad'Dib, Jared, I appreciate y'all. AJ, let's go ahead and get with this show.
In which case, she emotionally exploded, not actually confirming or denying my question in the end. We have not spoken since. It was actually the last time I spoke to her. Consequently, I have taken it as this did occur, as it didn't warrant a simple no response would have sufficed. A very sad state of affairs, really, noting I don't know what happened to that child. That's where all of this bullshit first starts. This is April 8th, 2023. Okay? So if Destiny doesn't know this, if Jeremy from the fucking quartering doesn't know this, if even Lauren Southern herself doesn't know this, this is where this is coming from.
So right now, Rollo and his biker boyfriend are trying to explain the whole scenario or backstory behind the email or mysterious emails that they got, right? And just watch the amount of... Bro, is it me or did Rollo put in hair dye in his hair? Because his hair is blacker than normal, bro. Rollo, you too? They got you in their hair dye too, my dude? What is this? Y'all looking mad sus, bro. Who is this man? Why y'all sitting on a casting couch going over a video? This whole scenario just looks weird, bro. What it looks to me, it just reeks of old men desperately trying to be young, all right? These guys are obsessed with just being young, right? Being a youth, right? They want to feel that vigor again. I mean, just look at them. It's a bunch of midlife crisis dude trying to live life like they're still in high school. God damn it, dude. But anyways, that's the backstory of what Rollo's trying to explain right now. He's trying to explain the circumstances behind an email that he received, which we know now is fraudulent, because, and fraudulent meaning it didn't come from a legitimate source. It actually came from Lauren Southern herself. But watch how this guy tries to cope to make it seem as though, no, this document that I received, no, it's actually legitimate, all right? This document right here is legitimate, but it's completely different from what Lauren Southern and Britney Venti is doing, right? Because he really hates Britney Venti, bro. And you'll see what I'm talking about in a second. Look at this guy.
Pulling this out of my ass. I've verified the source here, okay? I've got the phone number. I know this is Aaron, and I know his last name starts with an M and ends with a Y. How's about that? I don't want to give him completely away here. So we have not spoken since. I was actually the last time I spoke to her. Okay, I got that part. I am now of the understanding that she is currently seeing Tim Pool, which is not a surprise, as I think she needs him to commercially survive at the moment. It does mean she is in the U.S. a fair bit, and my son with her parents. I'm actually glad my son is with her parents for now, because they are decent people. Rolo, Lauren is a damaged wreck of a person that is obsessed with trying to be famous at all costs. This was why I left her, as I don't need to put up with a woman like that. I am within the context of what I do successfully enough to be quite financially secure and with a great adventurous international life, both of course from hard work. I would love one day to share this great life with my son and provide him with a life example that is much needed. In any case, I do not need to put up with such behavior from a partner, hence I left her. She does, however, absolutely hate me for leaving her, as it wounded her pride significantly, as well as disrupted her Christian conservative brand. Okay. As I stated, I will need you to refrain from revealing me, as this is sensitive legal matters around my contract with her colleagues' industry, which could affect contact with my son. I hope you understand and are on guard for this. Now, I'm revealing this. I'm reading this right now here in August, after all this shit has played out. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I was sent from an anonymous source a document that very much looked like an admission document for a fetal monitoring ultrasound. And this was back in June. Now, this all came right after I did my breakdown video of Lauren's come to Jesus moment, when she was talking about how she's finally coming clean about her divorce and why she was wearing her ring and why she did what she did. So with this back now, remember, this is April, and Lauren decided that she was going to do her sort of come to Jesus video in the beginning of June. So I'm sitting on this. I'm respecting their privacy. I don't want to fuck anything up for his case with the Canadian government, or however he was trying to proceed with his parental alienation case. I'm just in the middle of this, listening to this going on. Now,
Yeah, you're in the middle of this, listening to it going on while you're going on other platforms, spreading a rumor while pretending you had facts, which were actually fabricated by Lauren Southern herself. So the fact that you got information that was fabricated by Lauren Southern, but you still went out and spread it, and it wasn't until Britney Venti dropped the video and exposed that both of that shit came from them. Now, all of a sudden, you're backpedaling saying, well, listen, I was just the informational middleman. All right, I didn't know what the hell was going on. Listen, out of the respect of divorce, because I roll Tomasi respect divorce. All right, out of respect for that, I was just sitting here receiving all the information. I certainly wasn't taunting, Lauren Southern on podcast and other platforms that I were on that I had certain information regarding that. I certainly wasn't spreading rumors to the point that guys like Destiny are coming out saying, hey, Rolo, I give you $10K right now to go ahead and place a bet that if you have those records like you're bragging about, if it's true, let's make it happen. You didn't take up that deal the whole time. Because everyone knew that you are a gossip queen. You love the tea. All right? You and Lord Marquardt will be best friends, okay? He got to get him some of that boba tea because y'all both like balls on the bottom. Listen, I don't blame you for being tantalized with potential evidence against your, I guess you can call Lauren Southern your enemy, or I don't know whatever you call a rival, right? But the fact of the matter is, you did not do your due diligence to fact check anything. You didn't even ask for other references or even asking the anonymous source for a interview, right? Where you can just have them on your live stream and just let them talk about what they know. All right. You didn't do any of that. You just got the information privately and started spreading rumors. That's all on you. Take accountability, my guy.
Why did we have this conversation in the first place? Because at that time in April, there was I believe it was a video from Chud Logic or someone like that, who was talking about how there had been an ongoing affair between Destiny and Lauren Southern. And it was sort of an open secret in his forum, in his community, in his Reddit feeds, whatever the fuck it was. I got no idea. I don't follow that shit. So people sending me, hey, did you know that Lauren and Destiny were a thing? Well, here I have Aaron, her ex-husband, confirming this. That's where this comes from. This isn't me just pulling it out of my ass. This isn't me just like trying to, spitballing or anything like that. This is me doing the right thing and giving a voice to a guy who wanted to get his fucking son back.
But now we know it's not true. Why are you so passionate about it, my guy? We know it's all a lie. Why are you so passionate about this?
That's why I did this. So anybody thinking that Rollo Tomasi is this diva or this fucking drama queen, I'm trying to do the fucking right thing and I'm getting burned for it. That's why. Now, I'm not going to get too much more into the Lauren Southern part of this because it turns out that I was delivered as an anonymous source these documents from a BC Women's Healthcare Clinic in Vancouver that looked very, very much like they were admission slips or admission paperwork for Lauren Southern going in to have a fetal monitoring ultrasound, and had the dates, had the due date, had it even had a timestamp on it, had her medical numbers on there. It was sent to me, and I'll read you what the actual correspondence was here in just one moment. But it turns out that all along it is Lauren Southern who is sock puppeting Lauren Southern.
Yeah. So all along you were being scammed by Lauren Southern. So listen, this is less about them and more about you. Okay, this is an exposure of your own process. Your own process of vetting information, Rolo, has been exposed. Okay, so the fact that you're trying to make it seem like this was a deliberate misinformation from Lauren Southern to me, because now we're realizing the anonymous source from Canada wasn't real. It's her fault. Clearly, no. It means that you suck at researching. You shouldn't be leading guys if realistically you don't know how to do your due diligence. Think about it. If you're unwilling to do your due diligence about something as simple as this, right? When someone is sending you information and you don't know any other steps to not only corroborate the story, but verify it and fact check and vet it, right? And you just pass it on as fact because it's an anonymous source. It's abstain on your own researching process. And realistically, why should any of your audience start to believe any factual evidence that you've been saying this whole time? Even the crap that you've been writing in your books, right? Why should anyone now take you seriously, Rolo? You have to ask yourself that question, because what this exposed, Rolo, is that you are not reliable. You are what we deem an unreliable source, someone who is basically doing this for entertainment and basically being a shock jock. That's it, right? You know, I don't even say shock jock because you're too boring. Like, dude, you're so fucking boring. You can't even do that right. But like, listen, that's what it exposed. Okay, you can't do research. So what's going to happen now is if you don't provide any of those medical records that you've been bragging about this long to your audience, if you don't provide that, Rolo, time out. Hold up, chat. I'm sorry. I got to go in for a second because this right here is pivotal. This right here is absolutely pivotal. Rolo Tomasi, if you do not produce the medical records, all right, that you claim or still trying to vaguely claim it was real, your credibility is over. It's done. It's over. Because realistically, there's nothing else that can save you right now and save your reputation than those medical records and prove to your audience that at least these were real. Okay, that actually restores your credibility. And the fact that you're going through these lengths to avoid displaying those documents to your own fans who are asking, listen, dog, if you don't do this, Rolo, your credibility is done. Shot. Over with. Get it out of here. Because your audience are going to know you're a liar. And these fake documents you're claiming to not want to release because, out of not being trapped or a fear of being trapped by some of these left-wing women or right-wing women, right? Listen. Your audience is not going to buy that. Listen, I know they're stupid, but from what I'm seeing right now, and the backlash you're getting, I don't think they're that stupid, bro. That's why they're pushing you to drop those medical records, because if you don't do it, they know for a fact you not only are stupid enough to get bamboozled, but you also lied to them this entire time. So produce the records and stop fucking lying, dog. Antonio Intron, shout out to you for the $5 super chat. Antonio says, "Sup, dude? Coach Red Pill debated Destiny back in January and destroyed him in a debate about Ukraine. Destiny and Michael has no knowledge of Ukraine." Listen, a lot of guys listen to a lot of Western sources because that's what's prime right now when it comes to the war in Ukraine. But you have to look at what's going on, because I'm in a lot of Telegram channels right now, and some of these things you need a translator to like kind of look through. So it's like to at least understand what's going on. So I had to copy, paste, and do certain things with it. But like realistically, you gotta understand that it's not what a lot of people think it is. Okay, it's not looking good. Like Marco Sartain's prediction of what's gonna end up happening in the war it's not it at all, bro. And that's the thing. When I was watching, I'm actually doing a reaction to that because I had some things I need to get off there. And who was that guy with the hat, the other dude with the hat that was with them? Because he sounded so dumb. Because listen, he had some good points, but he didn't know how to really go in on it. And I was actually kind of disappointed because it's like, yo, what is wrong with this guy? Like, who is Destiny debating right now? He's not ready for this. So whoever Destiny opponent was on that debate on Fresh and Fit, that I don't think he knows exactly. Maybe he does know what's going on, but I don't think he has an in-depth knowledge of what's going on, right? It seems like he's all just talking points, and I don't know. You got to be careful with these guys, right? But anyways, but that's it. I mean, I found because listen, it's not saying that they're wrong or right. It's just the information. And realistically, we're in the middle of the war right now. It's a blackout, so there's certain things you can know and certain things you don't know. But it's up to you to do the well-rounded research to get a good idea of at least what's going on. All right, and there's certain people who are on the ground that can verify that. D-Swap, shout out to you for the $2 super chat. He says Rollo looks like a dentist at a Halloween party. Really? He looks like a wannabe biker, dog. Like, I mean, look at him, bro. Him and his boyfriend just chilling right there. Look at him. Do you want to tell me that these guys look like they got a thing or two to teach you about masculinity? All right, I'm sorry, bro, but this is what you see probably at a BDSM hangout. Like, I feel like dude's about to pull out the whip and spank Rollo on that couch at any second, bro. It looks like they're about to do a casting couch audition more than an AMA or whatever the fuck he thinks this is, right? I don't know. I don't know. This look is odd to me. But hey, maybe guys wherever these guys are from, maybe they like that sort of thing. So I don't know. I'm not a biker. All right, I don't know anything about biking. Okay, listen, I'm a city guy. All right, I like buildings and people sometimes, So I don't know. Bikes.
Attempt to get me to believe that she had gone into this to get a fetal monitoring ultrasound. That's a mouthful. Sorry. And so I'm sitting on top of this, and I mentioned this on one of my streams. Of course, Destiny now picks up on this and says, hey, I will bet you $10,000 that the kid is not mine, that you can't prove that the kid is mine, knowing that this was a fake in the first place. And I'll tell you how we come to that conclusion here in a minute.
Do you know? Hey, time out, Rollo. Do you know why Destiny was challenging you though? He was challenging you because you went on social media and you were bragging about shit that you knew nothing about. And the more you bragged about it, the more Destiny was like, I will bet you $10,000 that kid isn't mine. So listen, if you actually sat on that information and be a good little boy and not be a drama queen spreading rumors here and there, if you would have done that, maybe he wouldn't have challenged you with documents knowing fully well it's fake, right? But you didn't know that. You were spreading false information to your audience. That's why they're pressing you to drop these documents, bro. And they're not going to let this go. This could, listen, this right here is what's gonna it's gonna lose you a lot of credibility, Rolo. Realistically, you see your views on YouTube. Pretty soon, you're gonna be one of these big channels getting views where like you're getting like maybe like 5,000 views per video, even though you have 200,000 subscribers, because a bunch of them just dropped off. They realize, yeah, this guy's a clown. Look at how much he's crying right now with his boyfriend sitting right next to him. Right? Look at this. I can't follow this guy. I gotta read his books, right? I gotta buy this guy's books on masculinity, and he's getting trolled online by women half his own age. Come on. This is crazy, chat. Come on.
They're literally like 2 weeks after I'd said something. Not even that, but probably like maybe like 6 or 7 days after that. There's a tweet from Destiny challenging me to say, hey, prove it, which is ludicrous on the surface of it, because unless I have a DNA test, unless I can actually, if the baby was aborted, there's no way I could do that anyways. I thought it was kind of a stupid idea. I just blew it off. I didn't think twice about it, right?
No, because you bragged about having evidence you didn't have. That's the point. So stop lying. And you know how he can't even look, chat, pay attention to this. He can't even make eye contact right now. He can't even make eye contact right now. This guy is seething, angry, and emotional in all one setting. He doesn't know how to feel right now, right? His man over here trying to make eye contact. He's like, look, bro, I'm wearing glasses. Just look into my shades, okay? Look into my Oakleys, all right? I got Oakleys on. Look into my Oakleys. Rollo can't make eye contact right now. This is crazy.
And so I didn't really bother with that. But then I realized the reason that he wanted me to prove it and to go public with this was because he wanted me to post medical records on YouTube and on Twitter or wherever else to get me banned off of this channel that we're on right now and to get me banned off of Twitter. And I realized that was the design to begin with.
No, you didn't. Stop lying. The design was that the document itself wasn't real. The design was proving that you don't do any research and you will spread rumors because you're a gossip queen. That was the design. Okay, they weren't trying to hem you up on charges because, listen, they can't, and knowing fully well the document is fake, right? That wasn't a play, and you knew it. And like, listen, at the end of the day, you can make all these excuses, like, yeah, you know, they were trying to get me to spread medical records, okay? Medical records, because they wanted me banned. No, you could say whatever you want, Rollo. At the end of the day, the real truth is they've proven what they set out to prove. You don't know how to do research. You are a propaganda spreader. Okay, that's it. You're nothing else. All right, genius. I think not. More like a fucking mouthpiece.
So, but at that point, I didn't know. It just seemed like some bullshit that was coming out of his mouth, right? And so I'm sitting on top of this. And I'm fairly confident that these look like real medical records, right? And that's because they were real medical records.
How? They weren't real. You dumb fuck.
Which they had pulled off from, I want to say the BC Women's Clinic. It would have had to have been, but they pulled up a PDF, filled it out. Lauren is now saying that she had to even get some, like a Photoshop expert guy to come in and sort of like rejigger like the writing and everything so it looked legit. Now, for people who say, well, you should have done your due diligence, Rollo. Oh, you're an old boomer. You don't know this shit. You would have figured this out. Any fool would have figured this out. No, you wouldn't have. And I'll tell you.
Yeah, we would. Yeah, we would have figured it out. Do you know why we would have figured it out? Because before we go around spreading rumors, we would have basically said, hey, bro, you sending this message right now. Are you willing to get anybody else or you yourself to step up here? And listen, you can stay anonymous, all right? But can you come up here and validate exactly what you're saying, right? Can you point to 2 or 3 other sources. You didn't do that. And we have proof you didn't do any of that. You took it at face value and ran with it. That's why your audience is criticizing you right now, bozo. They're saying, why didn't you do a due diligence? For Pete's sakes, you wrote 5 books. You wrote 5 books that were supposed to be researched, and you're telling me you can't research when a girl half your age is trolling your ass? Come on, Rollo. Your audience, listen, Rollo. Your audience have every right to question you on that. Okay, they're not dumb. They know that you, especially how you try to separate yourself from the rest as being an intellectual, someone who's very particular and does his research, all right? Because, I mean, come on. You say that one about your books. So you're telling me you don't have that same level of expectation that your audience have of you to be able to say, hey, whatever information you feed us, it needs to be factual because we're going out there with the information you're giving us to live our lives. So if you're lying to us, we're basically spreading propaganda for you. Do you not get that, Rollo? So this should have been easy to spot. And I know you're saying, no one else could have spot this if I were Tomasi, the godfather of the manosphere. If I didn't spot this, y'all couldn't have spot this. Nah. No. Because listen, we can rewind the time right now. Unless he deletes those videos, every one of those live streams you were doing about him, you were bragging about how you got inside knowledge of this. You bragged about that till freaking hell freezes over. You were doing that. All right. Now you got caught, and people are starting to realize all that stuff he was bragging about, he probably was lying. Hey, Rollo, that's exactly what this is right now. Your own fans realizing you're a fucking liar. Look at his face, bro. You fucking loser. Let's hear this one more time. Let's go.
Photoshop expert guy is coming and sort of like rejigger like the writing and everything, so it looked legit. Now, for people who say, well, you should have done your due diligence, Rollo. Oh, you're an old boomer. You don't know this shit. You would have figured this out. Any fool would have figured this out. No, you wouldn't have. And I'll tell you why. Because I did do my due diligence. So what I did was I took this to my wife, who I also explained.
Your wife? That's your example of due diligence? Hey, I'm a research guy, and I'm the head of the red pill. I'm sorry, the godfather of the manosphere. All right, hundreds of thousands of people rely on me for certain information about masculinity and femininity and certain things like that. So, my research verification is going to my wife. Jesus fucking Christ. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. Hey, Rolo, why you go to ask your wife's opinion, bro? What do you, like, couldn't you go? Hey, listen, if you were gonna, listen, I don't know if you're broke or not, and to me, you don't seem like you make a whole lot of money, at least compared to, like, Fresh and Fit and the other guys, right? But listen, couldn't you have sent that document to, I don't know, a lawyer? I don't know, somebody that works in the medical field, right? Somebody that actually has a background information of spotting, doctored images or Photoshop images or, anything that's fabricated and things like that. Couldn't you take to any one of these professionals and pay them $300, $600 and say, hey, can you verify that this document is legal? Matter of fact, take it to a lawyer or something like that and say, hey, I got this document from this anonymous source. I run this YouTube channel. All right, you let me know what's going on here. You could have taken to any one of these professionals and get a professional opinion on what the hell is going on regarding this internet beef that you were involved in. But what did you do? You took it to your wife. Huh. I guess women are important after all in the red pill. Right? And where did your wife lead you? To this bullshit that we have right here. Maybe you should start using professional resources other than your wife. All right, when it comes to spreading rumors online, maybe you should think about that, Rolo. Just gonna be thinking about. Look at this guy. Look, he expects us to take this shit seriously, right? CD shot to you for the $2 super chat. He says, "I think they're going for WWF tag team film look." Yeah, like this is a sus look to me, bro. This is a sus look, bro. Who is this guy? Does it say Mr. Thor? Oh hell no, nah, bro. Hell nah, dog. You're sitting with a dude named Mr. Thor, bro. Why is he? What Bro, I'm sorry, bro. This scenario right now, them dressed in all black BDSM gear, against a whole white backdrop. I don't know what's happening here, bro. I don't know what's about to happen on this couch. I don't want to imagine or envision what's going to happen on this couch. I just want to move on with the video. Kenzie Star, shout out to you for $5 super chat. Says Desi says in the stream that he wish he could have taken the bet while laughing and watching Britney's video. He's been waiting for them to spill. Facts. Right? Rollo Tomasi, he thinks that the whole reason Destiny wanted him to take the bet was because they wanted to get him on some kind of legal record, scheme where they can take down Rollo Tomasi's channels and all channels associated with Rollo Tomasi because he decided to leak the medical records. No, that's not true. They can't take your channel down knowing fully well that the document was fake. I'm pretty sure Destiny isn't going to do that. But Rollo knows that. He's just using that as an excuse to basically show his audience why he didn't release the medical records the whole time and why he still won't release the medical record. So pay attention to what this loser is doing because they're playing game right now. Malik Dean, shout out to you for the $5 super chat. Says Rolo should be happy for not having those records. If he was foolish enough to send them, that's a HIPAA violation and he'd be annihilated in court. Yeah, but again, those records weren't real. Right, it was all a setup. So even if they wouldn't have, it would have. Listen, at the end of the day, if we're looking at reality, at the logical conclusion of it, even though if it was outed or not outed, it still wouldn't have went to court because the document was doctored. It wasn't real. It was a template they used and they filled it out. Right. What it's aimed to prove is, hey, can you do your research? If I was sent documents, you best believe I'm looking at every single number and seeing if it has a case number or any reference numbers that I can look up and corroborate with something else, right? Or if I can figure out how to relay, get third-party references and relay information that way, right? And see if we can verify this stuff. Or in Rollo's situation, send it to a lawyer. Right, send it to a lawyer, send it to somebody, and say, "Hey, listen, I got this document. What do you want me to do with this?" Right, and that's it. You go from there, right? And he uses the media narrative a lot. So he can say, listen, I technically am a journalist, all right, in a red pill manosphere. So I just want to verify a document on a high profile conservative figure. Can you verify these for me? It's not that hard to do that. I would have done the same thing, right? I'm not gonna if I was dealing with receipts that heavy, yeah, I'd be messing around because you're messing with people's lives at the end of the day. But what they were aiming to prove is that these guys just are as much of a drama queen as they try to blame reaction channels for doing when they react to their videos, right? So again, they don't do any research. They're all about sensationalism, right? And it's a big fuck you to Rollo Tomasi because he sits there and like talks about how Kevin Samuels was all sizzle, right? But he was no meat. I have the meat. Nah, bro. We starting to find out you all sizzle.
In that the prior videos anyways. My wife, who was a medical imaging professional, I'm not going to tell you exactly what she did, but she worked with people who do CT techs, MRIs, as well as ultrasounds. She looked at it. She said, this looks legit. This looks like an admission form for an imaging scan. And
your wife's a moron.
The reason why she says it's legit, because it actually was a fucking form for that particular healthcare clinic. They just forged it. They made a counterfeit, whatever the fuck. It was a forgery, essentially, is what it was. And so I did that. I took it to another person that I know who was a NICU nurse. She looked at it. She says, this looks legit. I'm like, okay, great. I have gone to people who work in the field who would know this shit, who say, oh, looks legit to me. Okay, great. So I did that. I'm still kind of sketchy about this anonymous tip kind of thing. But again, it's people who are telling me that they hate Lauren. Well, as it turns out, as of like yesterday or 2 days ago, Lauren comes out. She comes clean and goes, oh, you're a sucker, Rollo. We actually pulled this very elaborate hoax on you. And that was the Lauren Southern side of things. I'll come back to that in a more dedicated show later on. But what I want to talk about right now is the Britney Venti stuff, because somewhere along the line, Britney Venti was let in on this hoax. And she believed she could also put one past me as well. She comes in and she sends me an email saying, I am a friend of Britney Venti's ex-boyfriend. And I'm going to read this email here just shortly. And she sends me all these old school pictures and says, why don't you burn this bitch, blah, blah, blah. I even have nudes of her from back in the day when we used to hang out. So I'm going to go ahead and read that one really quick.
I don't know who she is, though.
Britney Venti is...
What? I hate it when these guys do this shit, right? They pretend not to know who these guys are. And come on, bro. You telling me Rolo wasn't seething about this Britney Venti, right? He wasn't seething about Britney Venti to you in the background while you guys were cuddling in bed, right? You want to sit there and tell me he didn't talk to you? You didn't tell me you didn't see the video, Mr. Thor, That's a sus ass name, bro. I'm not gonna hold you, dog. That name is sus. If a dude named Thor walk in with a biker jacket, get up like he got on, I'd be worried. I don't know what's about to happen, bro. All right, listen. You know who she is. You saw the video. You know what's going down. The fact that you guys are out here trying to pretend you don't know these guys to at least retain some level of status over them, it's just cringe at this point. And it needs to stop, okay? You know the manosphere ain't that big space, okay? It ain't that big of a space. You know who she is. Stop lying, dog. You know who she is. More deep. Shout out to you for the $2 super chat. He says, it's Randy Macho Man Savage on Rolo's left. Oh, I just thought it was Rolo's man, bro. I have never seen this guy in my life, dog. Like, actually, that's legitimate. I don't know who this guy is. I know. I know. I just got to say this. I legitimately didn't even know who this guy is. I don't know who this guy is, bro. Like, that's why I'm like, who is this guy? Like, is this? Listen, I'm in the manosphere. Like, I know a lot of things, but only the guys that are relevant, right? And this guy clearly isn't relevant. I don't know who this Mr. Thor guy is. Monkey King goes, shout out to you for $2 super chat. He says, looks like WCW Macho Man. Yeah, he does look like a wrestler, bro. Like, come to think about it, yeah, he's starting to resemble that. It's just weird. Charles Indig, welcome to the stream. Shout out to you for the $5 super chat. He says, Rolo wearing knee pads. Is he? He's gonna need it, bro, because dude seems like he's gonna be groveling on his knees, begging Britney Venti to take down that video, bro. Oh my god, it's not looking good for him right now.
How would you describe Britney Venti? I mean, she's certainly an old Twitch streamer. She's an old gamer streamer.
Britney Venti is
functionally autistic.
Yes, and she's like, all right, so you know that like psycho ex that you banged like maybe 1 or 2 times, and then you ghosted her, and then she like has this vendetta out for you because you ghosted her. That's Britney Venti in a nutshell.
She's
her presence on the internet?
She
has her own.
She got more subs than you. That's for sure. And hell of a lot more views than y'all will ever get.
She has her own like.
Yeah, like her thing is basically no.
She's a reactor.
She's a takedowner.
She's a takedowner.
She's a takedowner. Like she hates the red pill so much that she will like she came after.
Wait, who's talking right now? Who's talking? Who's that? Because somebody let me know who's that in the background. Shout out to Maya Wilson for $2 super chat. Rolo is in this. It's the wife. He looks like the wife, bro. He does. That's his papa right there, bro. That's the Rolo's papa, bro. He looks like the wife. Oh my god, dude, that shit is hilarious.
Roosh. She came after Roosh on Andy Worski's show back in the day.
No, she's a fake tradcon.
She's a fake tradcon.
Okay. Yeah, she's a fake trad.
And again, these are children. This is the Gen Z that has decided that they want to involve themselves on this side of it. Because I guess whatever.
Wait, is Britney Venti a Gen Z or a millennial? Wouldn't she be considered a millennial? Because I'm 28. How old is Britney? How old is? Because somebody tell me how old is Britney? Is she 20? I thought she was like 25, 26, right? Maybe I'm wrong. How old is Britney? But like, she would be considered a millennial, right? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe Gen Z. I don't know anymore. I don't know, dog.
Whatever they were doing on Twitch wasn't paying off as well as it used to. So now they decided they all want to come over to YouTube and they want to fuck with the red pill. So, anyways, I'm going to read this so you guys can get.
Patty Lynch says, okay, Gen Z says she's 26. Patty Lynch says Brittany is Z. Wow. So 26, you're Gen Z. Bro, I feel so old, dog. God damn. That's crazy. Don, shout out to you for the $2 super chat. He says, Duke, the guy next to Rolo is a grandpa. No lie. Are you kidding me? You're saying this guy's in his 60s? Oh, hell. Y'all need to get out of these spaces. You're 60? Hold on. What do you mean he's a grandpa? Like, grandpa in age, how old is this guy? Can somebody let me know how old this dude is? All right, let me know how old this dude is, bro. Because you say grams, I'm thinking like 60-year-old and above, bro. Okay, if he's 50, maybe like I'll give you right up to 59, and maybe not. But unless you have like grandkids, then you're automatically a grandpa, right? If you got grandkids, you're a grandpa. But like you could be a grandpa with kids or a grandpa by age. So he's 60. No, somebody say 65. Mike said Red Pill Thor is 60. Yeah, bro. You can't be 62 or 65 years old sitting here gossiping about internet people that are like more than half your age, bro. This is crazy. If dude's an actual grandpa, which it sounds like, this is weird, dog. Brother Jumpy says Beavis and Butthead. Facts. Kenzie Star, shout out to you for the $2 super chat. Says pull up a Randy Savage pick. All right, I'm gonna do it. Let's go.
Get an idea of Britney Venti's her initial scam. By the way, this is dated June 26th, 2023. I saw your video on Lauren Southern's husband, and you mentioned Britney Venti being a feminist, so I thought I would email you my experience with her and her ex-boyfriend in person. Remember, this is Britney Venti pretending to be an anonymous source talking about Britney Venti. Okay, I've known Britney for many years now. We met when she first started dating her now ex, Mason. I went and I looked that up. Yes, she has an ex.
Hey, yo! Hell no! Yo, this nigga actually looks like Randy Savage. Oh my God! This nigga actually, hey, yo! This nigga looks like Randy Savage. Oh my God! I can't believe this. Oh my, yo, chat. He actually looks like Randy Savage. Yo, what the fuck? Yo, what the fuck? Yo! Yo, what the fuck? Yo, these dudes, bruh. These dudes, bruh. Oh my, I can't with these dudes.
He exposed her for the first time a few years ago, back about her being a feminist who let her cat pee in their bed. Why that's relevant, I don't know, but we'll continue. We hung out a lot back then, sometimes in groups during the He Will Not Divide Us Shia LaBeouf era. We used to hang out in groups, but sometimes Mason would have long conversations with me about their relationship. I got to see a lot of their interactions in person for about 1.5 years. She drove him insane and made it look like he was the bad one. Remember, this is Britney Venti talking shit about Britney Venti. Meanwhile, she would provoke him and say things like he was too weak.
We know this is all a setup, bro. I've actually done this before, like to certain people that know who they are, and they don't want to deal with dukendon no more. They don't like the heat that they got. I'm sorry, bro, but listen, dog, y'all don't do any research, and that's why. Listen, a lot of people who come into space and criticize you, all right, they're not stupid. They're not your Rolo tards. They're not your tater tots. All right, these guys are actually smart. Okay, so I know in your infinite wisdom, you think that you guys, because you're red pill guys, you know the truth and you're the smartest people out there. I'm gonna tell you this, okay? You guys are actually idiots. It's not that hard to figure out how you guys work. I mean, it's actually very, very easy. And that's what makes it so scary that a bunch of men are following you vapid, empty husks that masquerades as men. Like, realistically, it's actually scary. But yeah, people can create documents to test your knowledge, and it's how you pass that test that matters. And Rolo, you sitting up here bragging about your failures, or I wouldn't say you're bragging about it, but even just rereading this, knowing fully well this was a test that you failed. I don't know what else to tell you, bro. At the end of the day, you didn't look good in a private message. You didn't look good. So this public display of trying to paint yourself as, I knew this was going on the whole time, and you can't blame me for the setup. No, it's not going to work, dog. There's always going to be someone out there smarter than you, buddy. And it is what it is. And sometimes people put up a front, okay? They make you believe that they're stupid. They want you to think that you're the smartest person in the world, because that's where mistakes are made. Do you get it now, Rolo? Maybe you guys should start reading some of these Art of War books you guys claim that you get so much knowledge from, because I think you guys are failing very hard, especially when it comes to the art of deception. You're a fool, Rolo. You're a fucking fool.
Or how he wasn't fit enough. She wouldn't even fight with him, or she would even fight with him in group hangouts in front of everyone and humiliate him. I got the impression that the reason she stayed with him, despite starting all these fights with him, was because his mom was the CFO of a really big company and she wanted his inheritance. He showed me a text from his mother with a picture of a bank statement showing that Brittany spent over $9,000 on his credit card that his mom gave him from his college expense, or for his college expenses. They lived together at the time. She wasn't pulling her weight. He told me she threw all of her stuff out on the floor and wasn't nice to come home to. I slept over with another friend before at their place, so I saw a lot of this happening for myself, along with how she would try to manipulate him and place guilt trips on him. I did eventually tell him that it would be best to separate from her because she was just sucking the life out of him more and more every time I saw them. This seems very elaborate to start out with a, hey, I know some shit on Britney Venti by Britney Venti, but we'll continue. Funny enough, I recall Lauren Southern and her ex going on double dates with Brittany and Mason doing it a couple times in New York. I guess the apple doesn't fall very far from the tree. Mason left her just like Lauren's husband did with her. The last straw for him was when he caught Brittany talking to other dudes. Okay. I feel bad for both of these guys, though, but especially Brittany's ex, because he never got his vindication because he had to move and he's not an online personality. After they broke up, he had to fly back home where his mom lives and start over because she basically ruined his life. She lied about him a lot. She was the one calling him too skinny, degrading him, manipulating him, like getting him to drop out and pay for her. And she wasn't even held accountable for any of this because he had to go back home after she made him drop out of university for her. Now, she goes on and on and on and on and on more here. I'll read the whole thing so we're all complete here. Men really need to protect themselves from chicks like this. So thank you, man, for speaking up. I feel bad for the guy because he doesn't have an online presence to defend himself. So that's why I'm emailing you about him. This right here is sort of like making me believe that this is legit, because what was I doing with Lauren Southern's ex at the time? I was trying to give him a voice as well. That's why. So I continue a little bit more. Britney Venti, not her real name, by the way, and other women like her need to be held responsible for what they do to these men who actually have potential futures, especially like her ex, who is in college and had a lot going for him. This is paragraph after paragraph right here, where Britney is talking shit about herself in the third person and revealing all this stuff, pretending to be a friend of Mason's, I would presume. Okay, I know I'm probably not. I'm probably just a guy on the internet, but to you, I've attached some. I've attached some photos I saved from the hangouts we had. I actually posted these on Twitter. If you want to go look at them, I put these out. I took the photos, so I don't have an issue if you need to share them. This is the baiting me to share these. I didn't share these until a day ago after she revealed that this was a hoax, also a hoax. It wasn't enough for Lauren Southern and I presume Destiny to collectively collude together to create a very elaborate months-long hoax. Brittany Venti felt left out, and so therefore she had to do a hoax as well. So I'll continue here some more. I saved them from a hangout we had. I took these photos, so I don't have an issue if you need to share them. I'm the guy in the reflection taking the picture in the hotel room. We are there for a documentary for the Shia LaBeouf He Will Not Divide Us thing, which is how we all met. She managed to break up the entire friend group, so Mason lost a lot of his support. I still talk to him here and there on Snapchat and see his stories there, and he seems to be doing better and happier with his new girlfriend. Brittany is now with her boyfriend, a YouTuber named Think Before You Sleep. I got a message for that guy right now. This is the level of crazy that the bitch you're with right now is capable of. This is what you're sleeping next to, bro.
Bruh, really? Hey, think before you sleep. Look who you're with. She's a manipulative, lying bitch. Yeah, I said it. This is what you have to wake up next to. A woman that trolls men like me on the internet. Hey, bro, get over yourself. I'm pretty sure he knew the whole time. Matter of fact, how sad does it have to be, bro, that he probably sitting there like, hey, go ahead, baby. Fuck that dude up. That's probably what it is. Because, listen, everyone else know what you have yet to figure out, Rolo. You're an imbecile. You're an idiot, okay? You don't know a nothing, okay? That's the thing. That's the whole point. You're a pseudo-intellectual masquerading as a discount Jordan Peterson who's a biker, all right? Stop it, okay? I'm pretty sure her boyfriend was watching the whole thing go down and probably was in support of it. So you trying to make a plea, oh, this is what you're seeking, this is what you're sleeping next to, oh my God. Listen, what's worse? Somebody who knows that they're setting up a fucking loser because they know he's been spreading false information this entire time, or the loser who kept pushing an anonymous source for nudes, knowing fully well that the girl in question at that time was 17. Yeah, you kept pushing for it, and the evidence proves that. All right, you're a sicko, bro. You wanted 17-year-old nudes. I mean, you can't hide that, bro. Again, I'm telling y'all right now, a lot of these red pill poppers, a lot of these manosphere leaders, or whatever you want to call them, they got some weird, some weird feelings when it comes to underage girls, okay, or young girls. I'm sorry, right? You know, the virgin types, right? Be careful. This guy's a fucking creep, bro. And that's what it is. You listen, you got set up and they proved that. It's no difference than like, To Catch a Predator, right? Where Chris Hansen walks in at the end. Like a lot up until then, the predators believed that they were dealing with real people, right? Real underage girls until they come around and see Chris Hansen sitting right there in front of them, right? Then they realize the game's up. Rollo, you're the exact same way. You knew they let you know she was 17 and you still pressed for the nudes. Now all of a sudden it got outed that you might be a creep. You say, well, listen, Chris Hansen, it wasn't me, okay? She whoever sent the anonymous source is crazy, okay? It wasn't my fault. Bro, it's too late, dog. You can't stop trying to make an appeal to her boyfriend. Unless you produce those medical records, you're done. It's over for you, bro. You're a weirdo now. That's the category you've graduated to. Congratulations on your promotion.
So just try to process this part right here. For the past year, and I know this is true because I saw this dude on whatever podcast with Britney Venti just like 3 weeks ago, something like that. So I know this part actually is true. He used to be MGTOW, but since they started dating not too long ago, he doesn't talk about it much anymore. It's shocking she would go with him because he has a lot of subs. It was shocking because he has a lot of subs on YouTube. I have seen them and interacted with them in person on a couple of occasions, and I doubt it's going to work because she hasn't changed. I can tell that he is stressed like Mason was. Okay. Even though I'm not really friends with the guy, I just hate to see it happen over to another dude who had something good going on in his life. So I'm emailing you, hoping that some light will be shed on this. Okay. So this is Brittany, sock puppeting Brittany. Thanks again for speaking up. You inspired me to do the same and send this email. You're speaking the truth. And I know women like Lauren and Brittany hate to see it, but it's really important for men out there who don't have much guidance. By the way, you're right about Brittany's Christian trad grift. This is the end part, because I know for a fact that Brittany has full-on nude pictures that directly played into them breaking up because Mason sent me the proof when it happened. He was pretty upset, but I'm happy for the guy because he saw her for who she really is and got away from her. Okay, so that's the first instance where she's mentioning Britney Venti, pretending to be a friend of Mason's, is telling me that he had nudes. That they had nudes or she had nudes. Okay, and then she goes on. I've already put these pictures up online, so if you want to check out the ones that she sent to me in this email, I'll be happy to put them up again later on. So then, as the timeline progresses, then Britney Venti comes at me in her first video, again, trying to prompt me to release to in some way put up or go public with the documents that Lauren Southern had planted or was in some sort of collusion with someone else. I refuse to believe that Lauren Southern and Britney Venti were smart enough to go and figure this shit out for themselves. In fact,
that's exactly where you fail at. The fact that you refuse to believe that two women were able to overpower you in terms of mental fortitude, I'm sorry, dog. This is why you fail. Rolo, you understand? This is why you're a loser, okay? Because even the fact that you have been bested right now, you still refuse to believe that women were able to get the better of you. That's crazy, dog. Yo, chat. If this isn't denial and cope, I don't know what else is, bro. Listen, I don't care if you refuse to believe it or not. It happened, buddy, okay? Get over it. Dom Chauncey for $2 super chat. He says, old man stuck in the 80s. He's bored in life. Facts. They both are bored. They all are bored, dog.
They weren't. They had to rely on some Photoshop guy who was helping them out. So there's other people that are involved in all of this. And I want to talk to those people as well, because I know this all comes out of a community. I looked at the old Kiwi Farms. I've seen that before. There's so many fakes of her, Glenn. There are so many fakes of Brittany out there. And again,
so I had to figure out what the hell he's talking about with these the farms, right? And I actually looked it up, right? Because I like to do my due diligence. And I was absolutely disgusted at what I found, right? Not only disgusted, but kind of intrigued at the same time. The reason why is, listen, what I realized is there is a whole community of these incels who are claiming to hate Britney Venti that made a bunch of nude photos about Britney Venti, photoshopping her face on a bunch of porn stars. That's out there. So a lot of these dudes who are throwing these hate at Britney Venti and whatnot, this is what they jerk off to. And it's actually kind of weird. All right. It's very weird that, listen, y'all are talking all this shit. yet you are fantasizing, literally fantasizing about this woman naked, right? And that's what was crazy, because I was like, what is he talking about? What's the Kiwi farm or whatever, all these photos and whatnot. It turns out that shit actually exists. It's out there, bro. So listen, a lot of these dudes, bro, they're a bunch of weirdos, a lot of weird creepos, bro. And you got to be careful with that. But yeah, she's got a bunch of like fake nudes online. It's not real. If you see anybody spreading that, it's not the real Britney Venti. It's not. It's all like a bunch of fanboy incels trying to fucking either ruin her career to make it seem like it, or fantasizing about her, which I find weird as fuck, bro. Like y'all some weirdos, bro. Moody, shout you for the $2 super chat. Moody says, "Why are 6-year-olds shopping on Hot Topic?" Ask this Thor guy, bro. Like this is like he look like a Hot Topic commercial, bro. For real.
I have to sort of go bit by. If I seem like I'm being very detailed and meticulous here, I have to be, because these are the parts that Brittany did not want to put in her most recent video, trying to call me out and punk me for saying, "Oh, it was all bullshit. It was actually me and Lauren." Now, the reason why they waited so long to do so is because I wasn't going to go and put out any of these documents online, certainly not the medical records, because I didn't want to lose my fucking channel. I mentioned this on 2 separate occasions on my own channel. I'm not going to put these out there. If you want to see them in person, I will provide you with them in person.
In person? Hey, how many of you Rollo tards do you think he's actually going to meet in person and provide you with the documents? You see, another quote. He's not going to provide you with the documents, not because he's scared, not because of anything at all, because he realizes that he's holding a big pile of crap. That's it. He knows those documents are fake. We know that because it just got exposed that they're fake. So he's still bragging that he still has these documents that somehow prove his own side right. Meanwhile, we know fully well those documents aren't real. So the fact that he's saying, you got to meet me in person for me to present them to you, okay? I'm not going to fall to Destiny's tricks. That's right. Destiny, you're not going to trick me this time. Nah, it's no trick, bro. He doesn't have the documents. Rollo, if you don't produce these documents, I hope you know your credibility is done. And this is just me. This is not just even me clowning you, because I don't care about you. I never did. Like, I don't think anyone does. Realistically, you're just a clown, and it's just fun to poke at, right? But seriously, bro, just letting you know, word of advice, because apparently you're not used to taking that. If you don't produce these medical documents that somehow prove that Destiny fathered that child with Lauren Southern, your reputation is over. It's over. I think your fans know that. That's why they're asking you to produce the documents. And you saying, "Oh, I'm not doing it online, but I'll meet you in person." That's not striking confidence to your fans, bro. Just being real. This is coming from a guy that doesn't like you. You better produce. If you're doing this, still claiming these documents are real, present them. Otherwise, it's gonna get bad for you, bro.
I was also not just talking about the medical records. I was also talking about the protection order that I had from Lauren Southern's ex-husband, Aaron, which I still have in my possession and are legit. So I've got all this stuff. I've got all this information. I got all this back and forth going on. Brittany Venti comes out at me again. She goes and she doxes my daughter. She doxes my wife. This is Anthony Johnson level like shit right now.
Just shut up. Anthony Johnson didn't dox you, bro. All right, your daughter's photos are out there, bro. She won multiple pageants, dog. She's a pageant princess. That's your daughter. Like, she has her whole social media page dedicated to that. A bunch of pictures of her out there, and they're public. Okay, it's not doxing. You tried to dox someone's nudes. You threatened revenge porn to send to another YouTuber. You thought we forgot about that? Here you over here crying about being doxed on people who are already public figures to begin with. Bro, stop trying to pull on the sympathy string, because it's not working, bro. You're not going to win on that. You got no sympathy from me, because we know your daughter's a public figure, okay? So stop it. It's not doxing, all right? You fucked up. You got caught red-handed soliciting nudes for someone who allegedly was underage at the time. You got caught. And just admit it, bro. Dark Star, shout out to you for the $5 super chat. The fact that this dude fell for the ultimate trolling should be more than enough for people to stop listening to his grandma Tomasi. He going outside. Yeah, it's getting bad, bro. It's getting bad for Rolo. And that's the thing. Because Rolo, the reason why, because Rolo doesn't understand, because in his mind, he's trying to bullshit this stuff away. And he doesn't understand that, Rolo, you spent this entire time holding yourself to a higher regard to most people than most people in the manosphere, right? So if you're gonna hold yourself at that top level spot, which people in the real world don't believe you, but people in your world believes that you're in that top spot. If you're going to inhabit that top spot, Rolo, your audience needs to know that you're feeding them at least some information. Yeah, on some level, they know they're in an echo chamber, right? But I think at least some of them actually believe genuinely that you know what you're talking about. But with this whole Lawrence Southern thing and how long he was able to go around bragging about he had information he actually didn't have, a lot of people are, that illusion is breaking for them, at least, especially these followers. It's breaking because they're realizing, wait a minute, he's been bragging like he actually knew what the fuck was going on. And we saw this Britney Venti video. Does he actually know what's going on? And that's why he's freaking out doing this shit right now. Look at him. He is not all there. This is not rational Rolo we're looking at. This is the emotional Tomasi we're watching right now. He's not in the right state of mind. It gets, the more he talks about Brittany Venti, the more unhinged he gets, bro. It's not even funny. Like as he's recounting what happened to him, he's getting angrier. Like it's not a joke, dog.
And again, a lot of this is old. I don't really care at this point. Like, dox me all you want. I mean, leave my fucking daughter and my wife out of this. If you want to dox me and Ned, okay, I'm good with that. You can dox me and my dog, okay? I don't have a problem if you come at me. But I'm going to have a problem if you're going to come at my wife and my kid.
It takes a real bitch of a person to try to dox somebody's family. Like if they're beefing with you, beef with you. But
right.
It's a real bitch ass behavior to try to dox somebody's family.
Right. So let me also clarify.
Bruh, Rolo's the one to talk. Magnificent Maven, shout out to you for the $5 super chat. Didn't even say nothing, but I appreciate the love. Thank you so much.
Something here too, because she actually took some heat for this. Okay, how dare you go and like dox his daughter, blah blah blah. Then she tries to rationalize this by saying that my daughter was Miss Nevada and therefore she's a public personality. My daughter has done pageants in the past. My daughter was never Miss Nevada. Okay, I would know that. I would proudly say, look, she's Miss Nevada. I would crow like a fucking a proud.
Your daughter won multiple competitions. It's on her pageant page. She wasn't lying. It was in Nevada, bro. It wasn't Miss Nevada, the major leagues, right? But it was like Miss Nevada. There's a bunch of minor league pageants around there. I mean, if you look at that stuff, they run it like the NFL, bro. There are different leagues and different levels. They're grouped by age and certain styles and stuff like that. All right, so it's all over the place. So in fact, so when he's saying my daughter never won Miss Nevada, he's not talking about the national type of or not national, what do you call it, the state level event. But no, in 2018 his daughter won a bunch of pageants in Nevada, bro, and they called it Miss Nevada. So the Brittany Venti wasn't wrong, but the fact that he's playing off of that ignorance that his audience doesn't really know because they're not going to do research, he's trying to make himself sound believable.
Oh, cock on top of the fucking hen house if that was the case.
Huh?
But she's not. She's never been Miss Nevada or anything else for that matter. She's won some pageants, but they're in different systems and stuff.
She could be though.
Yeah, she could. Yeah, you've seen her. But again, half the reason why I still
Hey, watch this nigga, bro. Rolo, I think he wants your daughter, dog. You better watch him with a 65-year-old ass. Hey, she could win some pageants. Yeah, you seen her, huh? You seen my daughter. You some weirdos, bro. Hey.
Go by the name Rollo Tomasi is to, in some way, I mean, right now it's just simply because it's legacy. Like it's on my books. It's just what people know me as online. I don't care. I've even said this. I don't care if you know what my real name is. I don't care, quite honestly. But everybody wants to think that they've got me on something and I have to quit because you found out what my real fucking name is. Okay. So the problem with that is like she's saying, well, his daughter's a public personality, so I can say whatever I fucking want to about it, right? Like, it's like this fucking junior high school, 12-year-old, adolescent social skill set that people like Lauren and fucking Brittany Venti and Destiny, for that matter, have. Destiny.
Whoa! What does Destiny got to do with this, bro? Again, these guys, they can't, for some reason, bro, they can't stand Destiny, bro. Like they hate and love Destiny at the same time, because a debate with Destiny brings views, but a debate with Destiny also exposes them. So it's like a double-edged blade, and they hate and love it. But yeah, you could tell, like, Destiny is God. Yo, Destiny, you got a lot of targets on you, bro. You really do. Watch out. I mean, you don't even have to be worried because these guys can't do anything. They actually don't have the resources to do anything. But anyways, watch him back because Rollo's getting kind of crazy.
Is not smart. Destiny is not a good debater. All he is good at filibuster. All he is good is at filler, and that's fucking it. And
You're hating, bro. Come on. You're hating, Rollo. Come on, Rollo. Come on. You got bested. All right, Destiny is smarter than you, bro. I would tell you that hands down. He's a very, very sharp guy. All right, you can't like say all he does is filibuster is wrong. Yeah, some stats may be off or some information may be misconstrued certain places, but realistically, he knows what he's talking about. Destiny's pretty on point, and what Destiny's pretty good at is articulating his thoughts like in a stream of consciousness that flows right out of his mouth, and it gets you. It just like you get it. You get exactly where it's coming from, bro. You can't do that. Rolo, it takes you 35 minutes to make a 3-second point. Let's just be real, dog. Yeah, you're not even at that level, dog. Just stop. Okay? It's over. All right. Your reputation is tarnished forever. I mean, this is a big stain on you, dog.
I'll point something out here about him later on, just to put a nice cherry on the top of this fucking show. But let me also point out here that there's other things that went along with this. So now Britney Venti has she's figured out that I believe her that as being an anonymous source. So they tried to bait me that much more into releasing these medical records. I'm like, why the fuck do they want me to release these medical records so damn bad? So every time I do a show, even on Access Vegas, when I'm on Access Vegas, I got people in the chat saying, when are you going to release the medical records? When are you going to? And I'm like, this show has nothing to do with that shit. Why are you even fucking talking about that, right? The reason for that is because they wanted me to release and to basically dox Lawrence so they would get their gotcha moments. I wasn't going to do that because I'm not stupid. I don't, and also, it could have been, I mean, technically, if I'd been in the medical industry, it would have been a HIPAA violation, right? It would have been releasing medical records it's a misdemeanor. I don't know how it is in Canada, but I do know it's a misdemeanor to forge medical records. But I think it's a felony to reveal, like, if you have a data leak for medical records. And by the way, an admission to get an ultrasound, a fetal monitoring ultrasound, that's a medical record.
So correct me if I'm wrong, Rolo.
Shut up. Shut up. Now you're trying to increase or artificially inflate the severity of what's going on. I'm sorry, bro. At the end of the day, the document wasn't real. So it's not a felony. It's not any of that. It's not a HIPAA violation. All right. It's you getting trolled. You're being trolled, all right? There are many, you can even get paycheck samples online on Google, all right? Just research it. It doesn't mean it's a real check, all right? It's up to the people to do their due diligence to verify if it's an internet check or a real check, okay? You didn't do that. You got trolled. It's not illegal. It's not a HIPAA violation because at the end of the day, it's fake. Now, if they took a real document and they had real information on it, that's a different story, right? And maybe you can make a case and things like that. But it was all photoshopped. It's no different than photoshopping a sample document and pasting it on YouTube with sample names and sample ailments or whatever you want to call it, all right? You can use generic ultrasound photos. You just trying to inflate the severity to scare these women after they expose you. It's kind of sad, bro, and desperate. You're kind of sad and desperate, bro.
What this Lauren Southern, wasn't she well trained in old school media? Wasn't she?
I believe so. Well, she was doing a documentary one time. She's been in and out. She's a fucking
I've seen her
wreck.
on a lot of the old cable channels, but isn't she? If she is and she's done that, she would be well versed in the setup for sure.
Yeah, but I mean, this is beyond like a troll. Like a troll would be something like, and you just, oh, okay, boomer, I got it. Okay, well, this is beyond a troll, at least in my book. Okay, I've worked in branding, I've worked in marketing, I've been a graphic designer, I've been a fucking art director, I've done
art director, marketing, graphic designing. That doesn't help you understand trolling, bro. Trolling is trolling, dog. Listen, Rolo, get your head out of your ass. All right, you're too far up your own ass to understand the real world. Okay, just because you have a marketing degree or you work in art doesn't mean you have an in-depth knowledge on trolling, bro. Trolling is trolling. The fact that you've been on the internet as long and you don't really understand it, I mean, I don't get it. It just proves that you're a boomer, dog. I don't know how else to play. You just flaunt it. I got a marketing degree, so I know what real trolling is. And this right here goes beyond that. No. You're just a boomer. You don't understand what an integral troll is, bro. There are even worse trolls that get even more personal than this. All right, and sometimes you'll see them on like on video games when like Rockstar or some of these game companies want to do something crazy with one of the games, right? They'll put something in there, and you, especially if you're playing multiplayer, you see some weird shit every once in a while, right? And you usually see them around holidays and whatnot. But yeah, that's a troll, and that big because a lot of people aren't expecting these servers to be doing that stuff, but it happens. Okay. All right, you got trolled. Okay, everybody trolls everybody. The fact that you aren't seeing it and boasting your records is if it's some kind of proof that you can. I would understand trolling if I saw one. You don't get it, boomer. Come on, Boomer. You and your 60-year-old boyfriend, y'all don't get it. Settle down. Get the hell out of here, bro. It's over. Learn when to hang up the beanie. All right, it's a wrap, dog. Shout out, Shogun. Shout out to you for the $5 in the chat. He says the fact that Trollo is acting like he didn't fall for those fake emails is pure gold and hilarious. Facts. These guys don't know when to hold their L. They don't know when to hold it and take it, bro. Just take the L. Stay off of social media for a few days, all right, and then figure out how to rationalize and explain why you're not going to show the medical records, and then keep it pushing. But the fact that he has to keep going back and doing this, it's very, very telling. Ladies, 747, shout out to you for $2 in chat. This is not about his family. It's ego, 100%. You're right. You're absolutely right. It's about his ego. What you guys are watching right now is for the first time the crack in Rollo Tomasi's fucking smug ass armor. All right, this is the crack. He's rattled. He can't believe the two aces he had in the hole. Lauren Southern's ultrasound or whatever the hell he wants to call it, or medical records, and Brittany Venti's hypothetical nudes. He thought he had two aces in the hole. You could see him bragging about it on the stream, and you look on his face. He thought he was living it. He was like, I got it, and I could release it and fuck your life up. Don't fuck with me, right? He was doing that. Now that he got exposed that all of that info that you had, it was just as real as your imagination. He's a rattled guy. He's no longer rational. He's an emotional male. All right, this nigga is rattled. He's rattled right now. He's done. He doesn't know what to believe, so he's lashing out at everybody. All right, his ego's involved. He wants to throw. He's throwing shit at the wall, hoping it sticks. Right? Oh, you doxed my daughter. Oh, you were sending emails from yourself. It's fraudulent. This goes beyond trolling. This is horrible. You know, he's hurt. Okay, that's just what it is. Rooney Boo, shout out to you for the $2 super chat. Says, super sticker. Shout out to you. Appreciate it. Be too cool with the $20 super chat. He says, yo, what's up, Duke? My brother, what's good, my brother? He says, this is a bad take of the classic movie, No Country for Old Men. Facts, bro. With Anton, that dude was a maniac, bro. But yeah, they haven't realized they've been bamboozled yet, and it's hilarious, bro.
Identity. People know my background here.
He might play a good Anton Chigurh. I don't know, bro. He might be too old. I don't know. Randy Savage fits with this dude right here, bro. With the store guy, he's Randy Savage, bro. We can call him Walmart brand Randy Savage. That's it. Walmart brand Randy Savage. That's him.
This goes beyond just like, haha, we got you.
Now, did you guys bump heads at an interview or something like that?
I did an interview with Lauren. I want to say it was in 2021. And by the way, people will say, well, how come Rollo doesn't show that interview? Because we did it on her Discord channel. That's why. And what she did was she took that, cut it up, made a whole bunch of clips out of it to put me in the worst light she possibly could.
She invited you.
No, bro, you're lying. You posted that video on YouTube and took it down because you were getting flamed. You couldn't handle the smoke with Lauren Southern, which was surprising. She didn't cut it up. She posted the full couple hours length of the debate you and her had. It wasn't a cut up clips out of context. I know that's a talking point you red pillars are using or Manosphere people are using right now. Oh, they're taking us out of context. Shut up. The only people who are out of context here is you bozos, okay? Rollo's putting all of this out of context. He's removing context from the scenario to make sure that he doesn't look bad and pretend he didn't just get trolled on a massive scale. That's out of context.
And use those skills
exactly. And
again,
right? So I took her up on the challenge because she was talking shit about the red pill and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, well, let's go. I was under the false presumption that we were going to have a good faith argument, which we did not. Same thing happened. Who also a very good close friend of hers, and Michaela Peterson, did exactly the same fucking thing.
So let's get
Michaela Peterson called you out because just like Lauren Southern, you were spreading rumors about Michaela Peterson possibly having sex with Andrew Tate when she went over there to visit him. You spread those rumors, and when she did the interview and confronted you like a real person, face to face, saying, "Hey, bro, I didn't like the way you were spreading those rumors, acting like I slept with Andrew Tate, or I left my dad in a dying bed to go party. You made me look like a real 304 out there, and that's not true because you did it with false information. We watched you backpedal like a motherfucker on that show with what's his name? Jordan Peterson's daughter. We saw you do that. We saw you do that. So you acting like, oh, well, me, good old Rollo Tomasi. All I wanted was a good faith conversation. But she didn't want to give it to me. She just wanted me to be just cutting up clips to make me look bad, and me just poor Rollo Tomasi getting fleeced by a bunch of mid-20s women. Can you believe that? Right, like, bro, I can't. I don't believe it. Stop lying. You're being disingenuous, bro. Nobody deceived you. Nobody did the argument in bad faith. She called you out because you basically insinuated that she was a whore. That's it. You're crazy, dog. Like, get out of your own ass.
Let's get to the criminality aspect.
All right. Well, so essentially, what Britney Venti has done is she's essentially committed a criminal act of. I say it's entrapment, but it's also
entrapment. Entrapment. Yo, you're coping. You're coping, dog. Stop. This ain't entrapment. This ain't even a criminal act, bro. This ain't nothing. This is all hurt feelings from you. I can't believe he said entrapment, chat. Can you believe this loser?
She broke. Let's just say I don't even want to say I can't say it on YouTube, but like let's just say CP. If people know what CP is, you'll understand what this is. And I'm going to give this to you in a minute. Remember, she's offering me nudes of Britney Venti as somebody who's not actually Britney Venti. Okay. Now I'll explain this to you later. Okay. So then she said,
watch how he slowly tries to make this look bad. And for those of you guys who don't know what CP is, that's child pornography. Okay. He's trying to accuse the fake Britney Venti for sending him child pornography, which is basically Britney Venti as a 17-year-old. Watch how he tries to backwards rationalize all of this, right? And try to flip the blame.
Then she hits me back.
Try to flip the blame on Britney Venti instead of acknowledging the fact that he was begging for nudes from someone known fully well they were 17 at the time. Let's hear his bullshit explanation, though.
This is July 27th. Okay, so she hit the first correspondence I have with her is June 26th. July 27th, she hits me up. She says, bro, I don't know if you saw my first email with my experience with this bitch, but she just made a video on you, and Lauren Southern just retweeted it. And then she links the video there. She's trying to bait me to watch this video because I wasn't even aware there was a video. She was concerned that I wasn't seeing it. And so therefore she wanted me to see the video of her basically doxing my daughter and my trying to do this expose kind of thing on me, which by the way,
okay. I want to do point by point for like everything he gets wrong, but like, I know it sucks, but I gotta do it. The video she showed, it wasn't doxing your daughter. It was just proving that, listen, you got kids out here, bro, and they're all public figures. How would you as a man feel saying what you're saying about women right now, spreading the rumors that you're spreading right now, feel if this was your kid? And yet you clearly haven't gotten that message yet. All right. And again, it wasn't doxing. Your daughter is a public figure. No matter how if ands a way you want to swing it, your daughter is a public figure. She just went to her Instagram page. Anybody can do that. It's not doxing. So quit it with the victimhood, okay? Stop being a victim. Relax. Baby Jesus, shout out to you for the super chat. Says the audacity to capitalize facts in the title. Exactly, dog. Look at this. Rollo Tomasi, AMA, here are the facts. No, it's here's my propaganda spin on my ass whooping I took from Britney Venti. That's what he means by facts. It's honestly, these guys they're shameless at this point.
Old news, all old shit, but like it seems like it's some sort of like new shit to her. And I'm like, this is no big deal. I even ignored it for a while, right? And I said, so I told her then, I said, I did see it. I said, and any dirt you have on her will be greatly appreciated. Of course, I'm asking my anonymous source, hey, do you have any other information on her that's, above and beyond which we've already had a conversation about, which I just read to you here just a moment ago. Okay. My next question to her was this. I said, 2 questions. I will read this to you verbatim. I said, 1, do you still have the nudes that Mason sent you?
That right there is incriminating, dog. The fact that you're trying to spend this as the fact that you got tricked, you can't do it. You willingly asked this fictitious Mason, okay, you asked them for the nudes. At the end of the day, the fact that you already told in a previous message that she was 17 at the time, you still asked for the nudes. It's weird. You should have just left it alone and said, listen, you pointed out she was 17 in that. I don't want to see it. But if you're willing to come up here and share the information you have to my audience live, I'll set up a stream for it. You didn't do any of that. You wanted to see her nudes. You creepo. Just stop lying. Like, come on, dog.
That was what I said. This is the only time I asked her if she was still in possession of those. I didn't say I wanted them. I said, do you still have them? Okay. And she says, what is her? And I asked her, what is her real last name? I was stupid. I probably could have just found that out. It's like Brittany Deer or something shit like that, right? Her name is Brittany Deer. So she responds to me again. This is Brittany responding as somebody else. She says, her name is Brittany Deer. And yeah, I think I have her nudes on my old phone. Okay. So that was July 29th. July 30th. I said, if you have those nudes, they might make a good ace card at some point if you're okay to share them.
Again. So after you were ignored, you then send a follow-up message saying if you have those nudes, it would be an ace card. So we got you on record not only asking for the nudes once, but twice. And the fact that you put in it'll make a good ace for your records proves that you had plans of disseminating those nudes to your audience or whoever else would be considered an enemy of Britney Venti. Just you saying that sentence alone, that you're using that as an ace, what else would people use that sentence? Yeah, this is my ace in the hole, right? Because at some point in time, you're savoring that to drop it at a moment that's advantageous to you, okay? So the second message you sent to this fictitious person, it's even more damning and exposes your real agenda. Not only did you want her nudes as a 50-plus-year-old man, but you wanted to use her nudes as some kind of weapon to fuck up her life. You're a sick fuck. Honestly, and this is just me being fucking real, dog. I'm being serious, because like you're sick. You're weird. And you still think you're some kind of lead. You're a sick dude, bruh. Get some fucking help. This AMA isn't what you should be doing with your biker boyfriend sitting on a casting couch. You need to go sit down with a therapist and talk about this bullshit. And after you're done with this, go apologize to your daughter, because you actually have a daughter. I just find it so disgusting that a man like you is hiding behind her after you got caught being a pedo, dog. Shut up. Shut up. You go apologize to your daughter for being such a pathetic little creep online, begging a random stranger who turned out to expose you, but begging somebody who had nudes of someone who might be a minor. You're a weirdo, bro. Go explain that to your kid. Matter of fact, go explain that to your goddamn wife, you fucking creep, dude. Like, come on. What are we doing here? You see, you're trying to make it all seem like, oh, no, this is how evil Britney Venti is. But at the end of the day, it's you pushing the envelope. You asked for the second time. This is your ace in the hole. Why would someone else's nudes, who you now found out she's underage, be your fucking ace in the hole, you weird-ass bitch? Like, that's fucking weird, bro. You even said it on that stream. You didn't want it to be revenge porn because you already had plans of sending those nudes to other YouTubers. Fuck you, dude, and just fuck this excuse. There goes my monetization, chat. I'm sorry, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it, bro. Listen to the smug fool. You can't take him seriously, dog. Like, come on.
I did say this because I didn't say I was going to actually go. Name is Brittany Deer. So she responds to me again. This is Brittany responding as somebody else. She says, her name is Brittany Deer. And yeah, I think I have her nudes on my old phone. Okay. So that was July 29th. July 30th. I said, if you have those nudes, they might make a good ace card at some point if you're okay to share them. I did say this because I didn't say I was going to actually go and share them. I didn't say I was actually going to go and do these things. I just said they might be a good ace card. So am I looking for her fucking nudes? No, I'm not.
Yes! Yes, you are, you fucking liar. Oh my God, dude, this guy is creepy. The way he's justifying this to a bunch of 60-year-olds on the panel right now, it's fucking disgusting. Magnificent Maven, shout out to you for the $5 super chat. I gotta cool down for this. Hold on, I gotta cool down. The book, The Irrational Man by Boaz, destroyed Georgie's Porgy and the Red Bill. I gotta check that out. I gotta check that out, bro. I'm sorry, dude. The way this guy's trying to rationalize the fact that it's like getting caught on Chris Hansen, bro. Like, imagine Chris Hansen sitting across from these bozos saying, "So why did you request for nudes of someone you know fully well was underage?" And this is Rollo's explanation. Well, if you look at the question closely, I wasn't actually asking for the nudes. I just kind of asked for them.
Looking for her fucking news. I want to know if they're out there, because at the same time, all this shit's going on. I have people from the Black Pill community. I have people from the MGTOW community. I have other people from, I'm trying to think what else it was. I'll read some of these here. Some people online who are saying that they hate her guts and they want me to fucking burn her. And I'm like, okay, does this still exist? Okay. Then she hits me back on July 31st. All right. I got the old phone and I found the pics. I looked at them and she was 17 here. Where do you want me to send them? That's what she's asked me. This is Britney Venti telling Rollo Tomasi, all right, I got my old phone and found the pics. I looked at the dates. She was 17 here. Where do you want me to send? I thought I read this and I go, why is that being included in this?
No, you didn't. You did not, because we watched Britney Venti's lives before this, right? We saw her live, not the live, what do you call it? The video she dropped. We saw it. We saw the proof how you kept asking for it even after. That was a real like fucking smoking gun right there. The fact that in her reaction video to you, after she made it known that she was 17, you still were pushing for it. So don't sit here and try to rationalize to yourself that, oh yeah, I was like, why would she specify this person was 17? No. You kept pressing the issue. That's what makes me so fucking pissed, dog, and disgusted at it, because realistically, we already know what happened. We're just hearing your pathetic little excuse for it. We already know what happened, bro. You're a creep.
Why is this person saying that she is 17? There can only be one reason why you would include that. And it's to get me on something later. And that's when I started to smell a rat here. So my next correspondence with her, that same fucking day, she sends this to me at 9:41 p.m. at night, okay? And Glenn, you already did this. You already did the breakdown of this. So if you want to see Glenn Lawrence, we'll link Glenn's.
Fuck Glenn. Fuck Glenn. I want to see what's going on over here.
What you did yesterday, right? So this is 9:41. I respond to her at 9:46. This is what I said, verbatim. Actually, no, don't send them. Not if she's 17. I'll take your word for it. I trust you, but I'm not going to knowingly accept underage nudes. RT, that's it. Refuse them straight out, flat out right that, because I'm smelling a rat here. So now she's trying to bait me into taking, or at least admitting to requesting, nudes from her. So anyone online, including Jeremy from the fucking Quartering, you need to see this and you need to know who you're fucking dealing with. Because
no, we saw it. We see you backward rationalizing it. No. You asked for nudes from a 17-year-old, dog. That's a fact. You can blame Jeremy. Isn't Jeremy from the Quartering a conservative? Whoa, why y'all going at Jeremy from the Quartering now? Is it because now you're getting exposed? Rollo, stop pointing fingers, bro. You need to point the fingers here, okay? They need to be right here. Right at you, buddy. Right back at you, buddy, all right? You trying to put this on everybody else. It's not working anymore. You got exposed, dog.
If she's pulling the shit with me, and she's pulled this shit with other people in the past, which I'm going to show you here in just a moment, she will pull it with you. And what's her boyfriend's name? The YouTube dude that's with her? This is who you're fucking sleeping next to. This is the level of fucking, this is not a troll. This is psychotic is what this is. This is entrapment and this is baiting. And I'm happy to say I have the integrity to turn that shit down. And so you want these emails, I've already made them public on Twitter. If you follow my feed, I'll be happy to give them to you over and over again. But in 5 minutes, I get back to her and I said, nope. I said, don't send them. So here I am refusing someone anonymously saying that they have underage shots. And I'm presuming 17. I don't know what the fucking, age of consent is in Texas, because that's where Britney Venti is in Texas. Okay. So when I'm talking to her now, she responds.
Bro, he's lying. He didn't turn these videos. He kept asking for him. Yo, you're lying, bro. You didn't turn this shit down.
Counter offers with this. This is the next one. This was July 31st, and this is the same night at 9:52. So within 8 minutes, 6 minutes, 8 minutes, 6 minutes, she responds with this. Oh yeah, good point. I wasn't sure about the laws of that because of age of consent, but let me check further down on my phone. It's old. There is a lot to scroll through, but I'm pretty sure he showed me some from when she was 19 too, because it was the last one towards the end of the relationship and has the time on it. I think it was from her secret Snapchat Mason found, if I recall. That was the last email I had with this person who I believe was an anonymous source, who actually turns out to be Brittany Venti. Now, here's where she broke the law. The law states, and I'm going to read this like here verbatim, and this is from
my boy got the law books talk. He's so hurt. He got to pull up the law books, bro. Let me educate you with the law and how this bitch broke it. Okay. I promise you, I'm not a creep. I'm not a pedophile, dog. I promise. Yo, it's over for your career, dog. You're fucking you're weird. you need to get up off the space and focus on your marriage. That's what you need to be doing right now. You're married for 27 years. How would your wife feel that you hunting after Brittany Venti online? Bro, this is not looking good, my guy. Come
I don't know
on,
if it's the
dog.
Child Protection Act or whatever, but I'm just
Can
going
you send it to me?
Yeah,
so I can throw it up on the
we
screen.
can put it up here on screen here in just a moment.
All right.
But I'm going to read this sort of verbatim from the Child Protection Service Act. Here it is right here. Let's see if I can get it. Okay. This is a part of the law when it comes to online. This is from, I believe it's 2008 is when they ratified this. This is part of the law here. The law bars not only the exchange of sexually explicit images of children, but also any attempt to convince another person that child pornography is available. The law covers offers that do not contain actual pornography, and even offers in which no pictures exist, quote unquote. Its pandering provision targets the person who, quote unquote, advertises, promotes, presents, distributes, or solicits any material or purported material in a manner that reflects the belief that it is that is intended to cause another to believe that it depicts children engaged in sexual activity.
Oh, wow.
Busted. You committed a criminal act. Not only was it entrapment, but you also broke a law here by offering this in the first place.
And it doesn't have to
Wasn't
show intent.
requested. This was offered by you, Brittany.
That's not true. That's not true. Because that was true, they would arrest everybody on To Catch a Predator. They would arrest every single one of them. You know why? Because those are called decoys, right? EDP 445, how he got caught, a decoy. They all got caught by decoys because those weren't real underage girls messaging them. And I'm glad, because that would be crazy, right? So it was fake people. They're not going to get held up on entrapment. They're not going to get held up with any illegalities. Matter of fact, the fact that you had the intent to want to receive those pornographic images from someone known fully well after the fact that they were a minor, that's criminal intent. If anything, you're sitting there talking about, Brittany, you going to jail. I'm taking you to jail. Yo, when they look at the facts, they'd be looking at you. Yeah, I'm going to tell you that the cops are going to put you in cuffs. Like, hey, bro. So it says here she was 17 and you still requested those nudes. What's going on here? Can we figure out what's happening? You would be in trouble. It'd be like Andrew Tate in that Emma Gabby situation, bro. Oh, you can't use her. I didn't know she was. No, ignorance is not an excuse. You're getting in trouble, buddy. So the fact that you're looking in the camera all intense, Brittany, this is what you did to me. Nah, it's over. It's over, my guy.
Venti.
Now let's also remember here, though, even if it's all fake, right? Even if it's all scam, they can investigate her, and if they find any photos of her nude or whatever as a minor, they will assume that those are the photos that she was going to offer you, and also then she would be in trouble for holding on to child pornography, even if it's of herself.
You're
damn right.
Yes.
Brittany Venti is the new black, or orange is the new black.
And seriously, I mean, like so let me just.
What kind of cope was that? That is so much cope. It's not even funny, bro. Yo, who is this dude back there?
Fill in the blanks here just a little bit. Glenn, in his eminent intelligence, decides to call up what was it, Frisco, Texas? Where was it, Texas? Where was
I called Dallas, Texas Police Department.
Texas Police Department to figure out if this was
a
law on the
crime
books in the state of Texas. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So he did this live. Did the guy like consent to have his voice on the?
I didn't even tell him I was recording. I just called him.
Just called him up. Okay. Yeah. So he does. So God, that was probably a fucking crime right there. but no. So Glenn, you don't know this. Glenn calls up the Dallas Police Department, gets a guy on the line and explains the situation to him and says, "Is this, if a person has this material and they're offering it to somebody, even anonymously, is that a crime?" The guy says, "Yes." they can. Do you want to file? Even ask, do you want to file a report?
Well, if this is the wording, it's actually really clear,
what
which
he
is really
said.
interesting.
Mhm.
Glenn, it says, if any material, purported material, in a manner that reflects belief
Belief.
or the intended to cause another to believe that it depicts children engaged in a sexual activity, which is covered above in photography.
Yep.
There's no intent above that.
Nope.
that
And here's the
fit
thing.
that.
Hey, listen, a word to the wise for you copers over here. She's not. If she was a minor dropping those photos, she's not getting the trouble. She's not getting in trouble for that. She's not. And there are no photos of her. None of this was real to begin with. If you were to take this over to the police department, they would probably slap you with cuffs for wasting their time. Okay, this is all pure cope. Y'all are still. You called 911 over a fictitious scenario. Like they should hang you up for wasting resources, you loser. Like it's not, bro. You got trolled. It's not that serious. Let it go. Get off the line and move on. The fact that you're still hemming on this, clearly you care about this. So, what do you want? What do you want, Rolo? Because clearly you can't take this back. We know you're a fool. We know you don't do any research. What else do you want, dog? Like, she's not going to prison. Nothing's going to happen to her. I don't care. In your little wet dream, you're dreaming of the day that FBI breaks down her doors and puts her in cuffs and marches her down into her prison cell. It's not happening. Only in your fucking dreams. Okay, what's likely going to happen is more videos going to come out pretty much shaming you for being such a tard. Have you ever thought about that? I mean, come on. This guy, the cope, the sheer cope. I'm calling the police. I can't handle it. I'm calling the cops. Y'all are some Karens, dog. I'm gonna be real. Y'all some Karens, dog.
Here's the thing. We could actually take that email right now
to report it right now.
We could go to we could
call them down and report
no, we
it
could
right
call
here
we could
live
call
on the air.
Nevada. We could go to the police station in Nevada right now, submit this paperwork, and then they could extradite her from Texas.
To find out what her, do we know where?
That's not even what is this? Is this Glenn guy a tard? Yeah, we can go file a police report, and they're gonna have enough evidence to extradite her. Hey, I'm sorry. Before they extradite someone, there are a bunch of other processes that you're skipping. These guys are so emotional, dog. Yeah, we just gotta call Texas. They're gonna extradite her once they find out she's such a liar. Yo, these niggas are hurt. These niggas are hurt. They're dreaming of pretentious scenarios that are never going to happen. This is such a massive waste of government resources. They're going to laugh at you because the whole scenario wasn't real to begin with, dog. Get out of your own asses. You're not that important. Oh, my God.
We know her real name, right?
You know what? I'm not going to put it out there.
I don't know her
We know her
address,
real
but I'm saying we
name,
know her real name. They could just run a background report and, pull up her driver's license, and then there we go.
Right.
And here's the thing.
Now, if you guys, okay, so let me clarify here something else because I know what's going to happen. They're going to go, where is he getting this from? I've already posted the link to where this law is. It's been I've actually done it several times on Twitter thus far. Okay.
The law does not fit the circumstances you were in. All right. You're trying to use the fact that there's a what do you call it? Okay, yeah, the law exists. If someone's posting pornography, child pornography photos online, that's illegal. Like, get them out of here. Like, lock them up, tar and feather them, right? But realistically, that's not your scenario, Rolo. There were never nudes because you never received it. There was never a Mason because Mason was never real. There were never any medical records because whoever sent it to you by anonymous source wasn't real. So there's nothing for them to chase. Just because you got your own butt hurt, okay, does not mean that you're gonna enlist government resources to go ahead and prosecute someone. That's not happening, dog. If you even look at it, listen, you should have done your due diligence, bro. You got sent that information. You should have researched it before you put it out there. If anything, they can get you on. They probably didn't even get you on slander, but you were being slanderous, bro. The whole time you had that information, knowing full well it was false, you were slandering people. So the right action to take against you is a libel lawsuit, bro. Realistically, they can take that against you because you were spreading fake information, and they can prove it was fake, right? So again, like, you trying to pursue criminal charges or insinuate there are possible criminal charges that could come out of this whole scenario, you're dreaming. Get out of your wet dream, dog. It's not happening. You got trolled. Rolo got trolled. It's over. All right? You lost.
So This is her offering underage nudes of herself, even though I didn't know it was her at the time, that she had them. I refused them. That was the only fucking exchange. So no matter what you hear from Brittany Venti or Jeremy from the fucking Quartering, who I'm very disappointed in right now because I really like Jeremy, okay? Or check your shit, dude. Talk to me first, right?
No. Why talk to you? They just proved that you don't know how to do research. Why on earth would anyone come to you first? They're better off doing the research themselves before they come to you. Why did they need to come to you? I think Jeremy was on the right path, all right? He did his research and didn't come to a false propaganda source like you. What are you talking about? Magnificent Maven, shout out to you for the $2 super chat, says the irrational male is the correct name. All right, I'll check it out. That's crazy, though. Concern, shout out to you for the $2 super chat, says, do you think he's going to lose sub from this? Some, yeah, but ultimately, there's not going to be a lot of change because a lot of those subs are bred in. But what's going to happen is he's going to lose viewership, right? So his channel is going to end up being one of those channels where they have a lot of subs, but their views aren't getting up there anymore because people stop watching it or people just abandoning the channel. So they're not, some people aren't going to go deliberately unsubscribe, but some people are going to be looking at Rolo like, yeah, it's a bit tasteless now. I'm gonna move on to other things, right? And it's real. And the thing is, Rolo has a bunch of competition in the space, right? And a lot of the competitions are the people Rollo Tomassi hates, like Matt Walsh and even some of these guys he's listing off right now. I mean, let's just be real. So he's definitely not going to get the same viewership. It's going to start going down over time, but time will tell. Viral Short, shout out to you for the $5 super chat. He says, hey, Duke, excellent job on trashing Rolo. Keep up the good work. Make 1,000 videos on him. Give him more clout. I don't know if it's giving him more clout. He gets more views than me. I'm just doing this because I think he's a bozo. So to me, it's not even like, listen, maybe someone like MLD and Donovan Sharp. That's why I don't do videos on MLD and Donovan Sharp, because it's like, if anything, I feel like I'm keeping it relevant unless they do something stupid. But Rollo Tomassi still had some level of support, right? But now after this, that's why he's so pissed. After this, people are going to stop watching him. It's going to start happening. You watch. It's going to start. His views compared to his sub count is going to stop making sense, if that makes sense. Be Too Cool, shout out to you for the $5 super chat. Be Too Cool says, let's take a brief intermission to get the lights up, chat. Chat, let's go. Where we at for likes? I haven't even paid attention. Hold up. We got 500 people watching and 160 likes. Yo, chat, what's going on? Chat, what is going on? How do we have 500 people here and we only got 160 likes? Let's get the likes up. Help me out, all right? Because trashing Rolo is not easy. I'm out here burning brain cells every single time I'm talking about these clowns. So help me not go stupid by just hitting the like button. That's all I ask, okay? We got 500 people. Let's get at least 300 likes. Ben Dot, shout out to you for the $5 super chat. Says, Duke, I believe Glenn has been on your show. He was on Just Pearly Things, wants to delete Sarah Garvey's YouTube channel on the stream. Who is Glenn? He's been on the show? Who's Glenn? Oh man, see, this is why I like to do solo shows, because I don't know who I end up bringing on. But Glenn, you can't be having, if you've been on the show, what conversation did we have? Dude, what did I have a conversation with Glenn? Like what was it about? Because I certainly do not agree with him on this talking point. So clearly we probably argued something, but I gotta know who's Glenn, bro. This is crazy.
Before you believe Lauren Southern, before you believe Destiny, who jumped on this story in less than 24 hours. As soon as like Brittany put this out there, starts yammering and yucking it up. Before you believe that, believe the fucking, I have the fucking email exchange here that she put in her own video and excluded all this stuff in there because she wants you to think that I'm some creepy old fuck.
Well, here's the thing. This is much worse than this. Okay, let's take the precedence of this. This girl is just like a girl crying rape or crying some SA thing that happened to her when it didn't happen to her. She's trying to say that, oh, Rolo was looking for soliciting videos of me or pictures of me. Like, this is the type of level of bullshit that these bitches do. There are like
DTV. I got one better for you right now. I got a great one for you right now.
Let's go.
In fact, I'm so glad this just came into my inbox right now. Man, you want karma? Here's your fucking karma. All right. Last night, after you went and did your show, I had this guy hit me up. His name is Matthew Appel and Matthew D. Appel. Okay. Stop. No. Let me get you in the punchline. Let me get the joke here. Let me do the joke here. This is a good joke. I had this guy. He says, "Good evening, Mr. Rollo Tomassi," using my name, my online name. I hope this email finds you well. My name is Matthew D. Appeles, Appeles. Remember that. Bookmark that, children. That's going to be important here for the punchline and all this. and I am an independent practicing attorney who specializes in internet law and privacy issues. My buddy who watches your show showed me the situation, and I wanted to offer my legal assistance in regard to the potential legal implications carried by Mrs. Brittany, Mrs. She married, Mrs. Britney Venti for soliciting, distributing of pornography of minors, as well as releasing private information and impersonation. I cannot help you with Canadian cyber-related laws with Mrs. Lauren Southern, as I don't practice international law, but I can certainly assist in the Texas and Nevada and in regard to cybernet laws as they pertain to those states. I believe that you have grounds for legal action pertaining to the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, COPPA, which is what I read. Okay, so it was established in 1998, and she seems to be in direct violation of that cyber law. If you're interested in discussing this further, please reply to this email, including with any additional details that might affect if I can take this case for you or not. Thank you for considering my offer. I look forward to potentially assisting you. Sincerely, Matthew D. Apelles, APPELLES.
No.
Okay, guess what just came in a minute ago, Glenn?
Oh, what is it?
This just in. Okay.
This just in.
I responded. Okay, now I know this is bullshit. I know this is bullshit.
Okay. Because it sounded crazy.
Apelles. Okay, I know it's bullshit, but so I'm playing along because I know I'm getting punked here again, right? It comes in on a Proton Mail.
And
email.
that's when she emailed you before on the Proton email. Like,
now, Brittany fucking Venti tries to punk me on Proton Mail.
Yeah, use Gmail, bitch. Use Gmail.
This guy is trying to like fish for fucking like, oh, is he serious? Is he really going to go and take me? Is he going to go and fucking call up the police and have them come and fucking knock on my door? I might do it after the end of the show now.
Silly. It would only be
so here's the thing. I know it's bullshit. So I respond to him. I said, Matt, thank you for your kind offer. I'm definitely interested in filing criminal charges against Britney Venti. Oh dear, right? I'll be happy to send you along the email and details, but I'm going to ask for some further credentials and contact information from you first. RT rolls. That's how I responded. Right now, they don't know who my personal squad is. My guys that I know who are actually now vet because once we started.
Shut up. You don't got personal guys doing your bidding for you, dog. We know that because when you thought you had info on Lauren Southern and Britney Venti, these were your personal spies, bro. You got nothing. Your research capabilities are in the gutter, dog. Shut up. I refuse to believe you have a well-researched team.
Doing this, all my friends were started helping me out with the shit. Right? I just got this 1 minute ago, as in middle of the stream. Another reply from Matthew Apelles. Right, I keep my information very much off the internet, given as it pertains to my specialization in cyber law and online security. I'm a private attorney. The broken English is great here. I'm a private attorney. I don't take on clients publicly, only through my discretion and selection. I am making an exception to take you on as a client, given the circumstances after looking further.
Oh my God.
Oh, wait, hold, there's way more. With that said, I will go ahead and link you my LinkedIn. I think we could start, we're going to look at this. I think we can start with a cease and desist, at least to stop the harassment on Mrs. Britney Venti Deer's end of it, if you're interested in doing so. I understand how you feel, and I know that if this were me and my family that were framed, I would not forgive and I would not forget. I owe my buddy one anyway who told me about the situation. You might have seen him around under the name Phil on your live streams. You have people looking out for you. I won't need to charge. If you do want to pay me, you can mention my name. Oh, I will mention your name. Brittany, I work word of mouth.
Brittany, this doesn't work anymore.
I don't take clients often, but I like taking on celebrity clientele and high profile cases when I do. Oh man, I've got he sent me.
The way he said celebrities, it's almost like he couldn't believe he's a celebrity himself, which you're not, Rolo. So I just find that hilarious.
He had a LinkedIn profile. Really? No. Okay. Oh yeah. It does run to do that. Okay. So Matt, if you're watching this show, Matt, can I just ask you where you? It seems to me like you're a New York kind of guy. It seems like perhaps maybe you practice law out of I don't know, Hell's Kitchen, something like that, right? Do you have a personal assistant named Foggy?
Do you moonlight as
Matt Murdock? I too am a fan of the fucking Daredevil series. Thank you very much. I love fucking Daredevil, man. You're fucking on, man. You know, if you have trouble like seeing things, am I gonna have to make sure that I'm blind, enabled here to come and visit me out here in Nevada? Dude,
what the fuck kind of laugh was that? This dude is losing his mind, bro. Look at this shit. Yo, even the dude sitting next to you is like, hey, bro, I don't know what's going on here. I checked out about 20 minutes ago. All right, I was done. I have no idea what's happening here, bro. Rolo's just losing his mind, and I'm just stuck here holding his mic. That's what it's. This guy doesn't even look like he's paying attention anymore. He doesn't know what's going on. God damn it, Rollo. Just take the L and leave it alone, dog. Leave it alone. You're not going to win this.
This is clown
Dude,
world for real.
thank you very much. Yes, I love this. Okay. It was the funniest fucking thing. So Glenn's in on the joke already because I showed him this last night. But I was like, this doesn't smell right. This is somebody that's still trying to think they can put one over on me, right? Proton male. Oh, it's okay. I'm actually an attorney who wants to take on your case. Basically, this is somebody who wants to see if I got the goods, right? And then okay. Well, he's stupid and boomer enough to be gullible to do that. Maybe he'll be gullible enough to accept that I'm Matt D. Murdock. Matt D. Murdock. Oh, really? Okay. Now, the funniest thing is, so people say, well, how do you know that? Well, I am a big fan. Like, I think probably my favorite superhero is probably Daredevil. Has been for quite some time.
Well, let's just be real here. Like, if you're an attorney in law, you're gonna give out your law, like your bar. You're gonna have your bar number and everything, your credentials. You're not gonna say, "Oh, I don't put that stuff out there." You're stupid. Then you're gonna have no clients.
It's like maybe they thought that maybe I figured something out or not, but to come back and say, "Oh, here's my latest." So how do I know that? Let's see if I can. I think I have the. Where was it? Oh, wait. Here it is. You will actually. I think Thor. You probably already seen this. But this is just see. This is the bullshit. This is the bullshit that I have to fucking deal with these fucking children. This is the bullshit. How am I supposed to get any?
Yo, he's losing his mind, Chad. This dude is losing his mind, dog. This is the bullshit. This is the bullshit I have to face from these children. Oh, now they're kids. It's funny because some of those women on Fresh and Fit, they're around the same age as Brittany Venti. And the way you talk to them, so you like hanging around kids all day? Is that what you're trying to tell us? Like, well, why all of a sudden you're just dismissing them as kids? Are you purposely trying to be dismissive? Come on, Rolo. Come on, dog. You know what you're doing. Be too cool with the $5 super chat. Shout out to you. He says, who's that discount Randy Savage cocksucker? And what's his purpose anyways? Listen, at first I thought it was his biker boyfriend, but ultimately I don't even know who he is. I think he's just there to look like Walmart brand Randy Savage. But ultimately, it seems as though he's fed up. Because if you look at him, bro, he's just looking at this whole scenario like, Rolo, why are we still giving this attention? Right? That's the vibes I'm catching off this dude. Like, he looks like, hey, bro, like, I done seen enough in Vietnam. I'm done, bro. I'm done with this shit. I just want to leave. None of this non-Gen Z stuff or this Gen Z stuff is getting to me, man. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Ain't fucking work done with you dumbasses, right? This was just so fucking like. You want to know if you want to think like, oh well, I wonder if they're actually doing this or if he's just being paranoid. I wonder if the old man is just like lost his marbles, dude. They're still trying to pull this shit on me. So let me see where I forgot who. Oh, it was Michigan who picked this up. Wow.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Like, I want to like make an announcement to the Sims of the chat here that are trolling for her. Like, you guys are defending a girl that committed a crime. Okay.
Oh, there it is.
And then you guys are still defending a chick that would not even piss on you if you were on fire.
Yeah.
Like, do you guys not see how pathetic you look?
No, they actually don't. They don't blend. It's the issue.
No, they don't care because their ego invested in their hero.
Well, it's the issue with think before you sleep. I've actually watched his videos and I had some admiration. And it's kind of the thing that I think it's one of the biggest problems that men face today is that they put on blinders and convince themselves of anything that they must in order to protect their potential or their perceived supply of pussy.
Isn't that what you guys are doing? I mean, aren't you guys trying to protect your perceived supply? I mean, let's just be real. A bunch of these pussy ass males following you. It sounds like verbatim exactly what you guys are doing right now. Putting up all these blinders to just acknowledge the fact that you got bamboozled. Don't just acknowledge it. Leave it alone. Be honest. Okay, you try to do this AMA to talk about the facts, and we know the facts is you got bamboozled. Enough. All right, Rolo, enough. Okay, it's time to let it go. All right, this is getting kind of desperate now.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
so that's what
it's
this
cuttlefish
is.
game is what it is. It's sneaky fucker game is what it is. The more I identify with this chick, the more she or someone like her will want to fuck me. All right. So how do I know this is Matt Murdock? Well, this is the funniest part. I don't know if you can see this, but I'll read it to you. Translation of Appele, Appele, Matthew in English. By the way, that's French, right? Yeah. My name is Matthew. I'm Matthew. Je am appelé Matthew Murdock. Je suis votre avocat. My name is Matthew Murdock. I'm your attorney. Right. Dude, really?
It's kind of funny though.
Really? I was, but bravo. You do get funny points.
Funny points.
You do get laughter points.
Can we give her some kudos though, like for using like good comic book characters?
That was fucking great.
Like she gets a good comic book character.
Golf clap.
Yeah.
Yep. That was not bad.
Rollo, if you did your research on that first email as you're doing right now to catch a Britney Venti in action, you probably would have caught up to this, right? You probably would have caught this in its full entirety. All right, if you would have did this level of research when it came to the documents of Lauren Southern and the alleged message from what do you call it, Brittany Venti, right? You would have probably avoided this entire scenario and not look stupid. All right, you see what happens when you decide to do a little bit of research. You see what happens, then you start thinking maybe this Matt Murdock, maybe that might be a fictitious name, huh? Maybe this lawyer is just trying to get information from you. Bro, come on, dog. Hey, Viral Short, shout out to you for the $10 super chat. Viral Short says, yo, Duke, you know what's really messed up? She and Lauren set him up and came this close to get his channel banned if he posted the medical info on YouTube and Twitter, and I would have been like, wow. No, he had literally, there was no risk of him getting banned. It wasn't real. None of that was real. You can't ban someone based off of fake information. You can try to pretend, but realistically, they wouldn't have gone that far to ban them, right? That's crazy. Because realistically, if they went that far to ban them, they're putting their reputation on the line. Because if it comes to find out that people from Lauren Southern or we call it Destiny Camp or what do you call it, the Britney Venti's camp, deliberately shut down Rollo Tomasi's channel based off of false evidence, they're putting their own channel and credibility at risk. So I think all of this was just kind of like a ha-ha, let's make him look stupid, which they ended up accomplishing at the end of the day. He looked dumb. Like, it was just it. So like my thing is, listen, what's even more messed up is when Rollo got that information, but not only threatened to release it in the form of revenge porn, but even when it came down to those medical records, he went and already spread those rumors. You see what I'm saying? He went on Adam 22's show with Flacco, and they were spreading those rumors about things that don't exist, right? Because Rollo desperately wanted to believe the worst about these women. So realistically, the only person that would get exposed in either scenario here is Rollo Tomasi, whether to his own audience that he's clueless and doesn't understand how to do research, and a lot of his arguments come from an emotional standing, or that this guy literally was guilty of spreading false information, right? And got caught. I mean, there's no really, I don't know what else you would call that. Like, listen, the fact that, because I get sent a bunch of informations too, right? It's crazy because you get sent a lot, especially when you criticize a lot of these bozos. There are people with certain information, right? But I vet a lot of the information I get. That's why some of y'all I recognize in the chat, right? Y'all, there's a reason why if y'all send me something, I probably wouldn't do a story on it right away, or I probably wouldn't do a story on it at all, right? It's because I did the research. Not that I didn't see it. I did the research, but it had no meat to it, right? If anything, I'd be looking like a fool if I decided to just go with it. This Destiny thing, a bunch of people were sending that to me, right? After Rollo was talking about it, people were saying, yo, Duke, what do you have to say about this? Yeah. This proves that Destiny is a horrible person. Look what he did. Look at the stuff with Melina. And then I go in and we look at it, and I'm like, this is nothing. I can't do a story on this, bro. I'm sorry. This is not a story. This is not worth doing anything because there's no meat to it. All right. So the thing is, if I'm able with a small channel, right, to do the due diligence to go ahead and make sure that my audience are getting factual information, right? Why can't someone like Rollo Tomasi, who has all the resources around him, why can't he do the same? This exposes them on so many levels. It's not even funny. So it basically means a lot of these massive channels there's just junk. They're just junk. Why listen to them if the small channels are the ones doing the research, right? All they have to do is just say it's out of context and you guys believe them, but they don't actually do the work. That's what all of this stuff is exposing. So at the end of the day, dude, these guys just they lost, bro. They have to come to terms with it. That's what all of this nonsense is about.
Oh my God. Yeah. So anyways, the long and the short of it here is that you've got Britney Venti, you've got Lauren Southern, both in collusion to do a very grand scheme. And I'm going to get into the Lauren Southern side of all of this probably tomorrow, maybe on my Sunday night show. And the reason why I am holding off right now is because I have a call in and I have a communication, or I got an email and a call into Aaron, her ex-husband. And he's told me in the past, in fact, I'll even read it here. He wanted to come on the show now that she had kind of gone public with it. Once Lauren Southern decided that she was going to, have her come to Jesus fucking video, that was all bets were off, because there had been a protection order. There'd been some sort of like legality that they were both not supposed to talk about it, because the people who are involved in the child custody case know that Lauren Southern is a public figure, right? So,
oh my God, you're still referencing a case that's fake. The fact that you're still trying to make it seem like it's still a real thing, shut up, dude. It's not looking good.
Once that happened, like all bets were off. So I'm going to get into that a little bit more, but I want to, I kind of want to wait until I've got Aaron on tap so I can actually talk to him personally, so people know that I'm actually talking with this dude. I love, by the way, bravo on the Matt Murdock stuff. That was classic. I thought it was funny because I was like, do you practice out of Hell's Kitchen? Oh no, I'm good. I'm trying to find. Oh, here it is. Okay, this is Lauren Southern's thing. I had a very long correspondence with her too, who actually was Lauren Southern after a while. She pulled the same kind of shit, right? And I probably should have seen it, the writing on the wall, because they were both from Proton Mail accounts. I probably could have done here's the thing. I'll take it on the chin for believing that the medical records were legit, because
finally, after 1 hour of you just blabbering, okay? Concerned, shout out to you for the $2 super chat. It says fake Randy looks more so secondhand embarrassed. Yeah. Like, if you notice, every look on this guy's face is just like, God damn it, I can't believe I'm front and center for this bullshit, dude. Like, God damn it, Rolo. Come on, dude. You're dragging me into this mess. I should be retired by now, all right? Riding it with my Harley down the road, all right? Instead, I'm over here defending another 56-year-old because he tried to freaking dox photos of a 17-year-old girl. It's not really doxing, but come on, kind of revenge porn at this point, bro. But, dude, we're an hour into this conversation, and you're finally admitting, Rolo, that, you know what? Maybe this medical records was a bamboozle by Lauren Southern. God damn it. Okay. So you don't have any records. So can you be honest with your audience now? Are you actually going to be honest with your audience and let them know that there is no medical records, and I lied and I purposely relished in information that I actually didn't have access to? Can you be honest with your audience for once in your miserable freaking life? Let's just be real, Rollo. Come on. Come on.
I did, and I tried to figure out whether they were or they weren't. And I will tell you this: anybody who's giving me shit right now saying you got owned, you took an L, you would too. You would have too if you just. I've already put them out there. But if you see,
no, hey, listen, nah, not us, because we're not dumb enough to be you. We're not arrogant to be you. Okay, that's just basically it. We and unlike you bozos, we respect our audience enough to let them know, hey, we're gonna at least do a lot of work in the information we're gonna put out. Okay, that's it. So it turns out that you guys who run bigger platforms, and to be fair, it's not just you, Rolo. Okay, Fresh and Fit doesn't do any research. Pearl definitely doesn't do any research. Nick Fuentes does no research. A lot of you guys on the right in this manager space, you guys don't do any research, and actually that proves exactly what I've been telling you guys this entire time. You're dumb. You don't do any research, and you believe baseless conspiracies. That's it. That's why conspiracies are able to spread so fast amongst you bozos, because you were quick to believe anything that confirms your biases. That's it. So to be fair, Rolo, maybe the guys around you like Fresh and Fit would fall for the same bullshit, but let's just be real. People who've been criticizing you and letting you know that your shit fucking stinks, dude, all right, they wouldn't have fall for this, because we fact check shit. all right? And even larger channels like that are bigger than yours, right, would fact check the information. So this is a bigger shame on you, Rollo, and how much you've been lying and spreading false information to your audience for this long. And if I was someone who was a Rollo tard following this clown, I would start the question, well, if he's unwilling to do the research for something as simple that anybody else would have caught if they just did the work, what else has he been not doing the research about that he's been telling us is facts, right? I think you guys should start investigating that. Only then you start to realize that this bozo and his little henchmen, right, have been lying to you. They don't know what they're talking about. It's all bro science.
These documents, they are actual documents. She admits that they downloaded them from the medical site so that they could make forgeries. So I would believe that they were. So the next question is this: why? Why would they do all this? Why go to a months-long hoax, not a fucking troll, a hoax? Why would they go to all that trouble?
Reminds me.
1 month you were being strung along, dude. That's horrible. Listen, at least you weren't Donnie Boy. Donnie Boy got strung along for an entire year by a 19-year-old heroin addict. So realistically, Rolo, if we're comparing you to Donnie Boy, Britney Venti definitely doesn't do heroin. So I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty sure you at least made off in a better light, okay? And Donnie Boy's your friend. So let's just be real. It's not the worst thing that could have happened. You could be him, okay? You could be him.
No, I got the answer for this.
I know what it is too, but go ahead. You tell me what you think.
Okay, so Lauren Southern wants to make you look like a liar with this birth thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pregnancy, because she doesn't want to have to answer the real questions on why she's alienating her ex-husband from her kid. So if they make you look like a liar on this one, then people are going to assume that you're a liar about the alienation and the divorce and her affairs.
No. It's not an assumption. It's a fact. Because we know he lied about this Lauren Southern situation. So now people have the right to assume he doesn't have all the facts about how, or even the real scenario between her and the father of the child. All right. So you can't trust Rolo to have that information because people don't know if he actually does, since he was lying about the medical records. You see how that works? So it's not it actually kind of was and wasn't, right? It was a setup to prove that Rollo didn't know what he was talking about, and the Red Pill's quick to spread rumors. But it kind of wasn't, because realistically, Rollo wanted to believe the worst about women like Lauren Southern, right? Because it fits his perfect little Red Pill narrative. And that's the problem. So realistically, whatever this guy, Glenn guy back there is talking about, you need to cool it, bro. Okay? People have the right. If someone comes at you and lies about certain things, right? And it's the things that if they actually had the information, why lie about it, right? But then to come to find out that the original information they told you was actually indeed a lie, would you trust them on future or other events that they've talked about? Likely not, because why lie about this? And if you lie about this, would I trust the next thing you say or trust what you've said in the past, right? It's not an assumption. It's just the way people think, okay?
See, that's where they're doing this. It's kind of like the Kansas City Shuffle. We make you look over here, and then you forget about what's going on over here.
Well, then of course I'm dead certain that because I already know there has been an ongoing relationship between Destiny and Lauren. I don't know this, probably not now, but certainly in the.
And you're still listen. You didn't learn a damn thing. You learned nothing. Here I am thinking you're gonna take it on the chin and stop spreading rumors after you got bamboozled. And here you are saying, "Well, I still believe they had something." Listen, Rolo, you're just saving face at this point. That's what it sounds like. You are saving face at this point. Stop it. Leave it alone. It's enough. All right. The fact that you're still insinuating, oh well, there was some kind of relationship with her and Destiny. You don't know. How can we even trust you now? Huh? After this massive month-long troll you went through, how can we trust what you're saying right now? No, bruh. At best, they were platonic friends. That's at best, dog. And I don't have the confidence to believe in anything else you got to say because you didn't have the medical records. You lied. Stop it. There is no relationship. You didn't learn a damn thing if you're still spreading this bullshit, bro. Stop.
The past is done enough content with her, is tight enough with her. The rumor, of course, is that from Chud Logic and other people who have confirmed, they have confirmation. I don't know for sure. I'm not going to say I know, allegedly, okay? Let me fucking hedge my bets here a little bit. That there has been like an open secret about like Destiny fucking Lauren. Maybe once, maybe twice, maybe they had a relationship. Who knows?
There's an open secret. You're still gossiping? Expect another email, dog. Expect another email, Rolo. Get your Gmail ready. A lot of these Proton mails gonna be flooding your inbox, and I'm gonna keep it real with you. 100% of them might not be from Britney Venti, dog. I would say that right now, a bunch of people are gonna start seeing they control you. You still believing in this shit, dog? Come on, dude. A secret? You're spreading secrets now, dog, on a platform with what? With what? 214,000 subscribers. You're spreading secrets, not backed by facts. Yet you're supposed to be the rational male. Oh God, you have not learned a damn thing, bro. Oh my God, Chad, I'm sorry. You didn't learn a thing. I'm sorry.
I've heard other people say that it was something that like Melina had to sort of like drop the hammer on because it was getting too serious with Destiny and Lauren, right? So that might have something to do with it as well. That might be why it was a sore spot for Destiny, not me unknowingly thinking that's a sore spot. And then the fact that I've got her ex-husband saying exactly this, that there was a child involved. It's not just those medical records. It was the information I got from her ex-husband. So, and then also I should also point out, and this is kind of, again, this is hearsay and all, except for one. I know that she's had,
he just said he's about to point out hearsay. Nothing that has to do with facts at all, but just hearsay. Yo, and you wonder why people are losing hope in you, Rolo. This is why you keep spreading hearsays. We want facts, Rolo. Give us the facts, dog. Okay? No more hearsays. No more she said, he said. We want the facts, okay? What can you prove? And right now, the only thing we can prove is those medical records are fake. Britney Venti's are fake, all right? And practically whatever evidence or spies you have are likely fake as well, okay? I don't trust anything you say. Fuck hearsay, my dude. Nah, we're done with that. We're done with that. It's over with. We need the facts now, okay? If you're gonna keep up this charade that you weren't exposed on a massive scale, that you don't know what the hell you're talking about, we now need facts from you. No more hearsays. What you got to get the person you heard it from, get them on stream right now to talk about it. That's the only way you're going to get any kind of credibility around here. It's done. It's over with. Stop it.
She's been intimate with Tommy Robbins in the past. Tommy Robbins actually admitted as much on a few podcasts back in, I think, January or February, right when Andrew Tate got arrested. And people go, well, what does that have to do with anything? Well, there was also a relationship between Lauren Southern and Andrew Tate. Go look it up. It's in fact, it was documented in the Atlantic. So it was 2020, I believe, is when it was. So, and also confirmed by Tommy Robbins as well. Don't come to me. Go talk to those guys. I don't know. I just fucking work here, man.
One more thing. This is a character thing too, though. Oh, think about this. This exposes their character.
Definitely.
This is how far they're willing to go. They're willing to be as deceitful, as manipulative,
months long
as possible, just to try to take someone down that they don't like. Like, do you see that? This is the women that these guys are in here that defending are supporting. Like, guys, this is the kind of women you want.
Exactly. This is what
you guys are supporting. A guy that threatened to send alleged nudes to Undead Chronic. Can we just talk about that for a second? If let's say that hypothetically speaking, those emails were real, right? Let's just say hypothetically speaking, those emails came from a legitimate source. Rollo admitted on camera to sending them to another YouTuber. And y'all out here trying to flip it and then blame the women and their this is it's the coke chat. I'm sorry, I can't do this. I only got enough bandwidth for like so much of Rollo Tomasi, and I think this is a record in itself, like an hour long of Rollo. Like, this is crazy, bro. But like, I want to see the reaction with the Lauren Southern, and it seems like he's gonna do that in another video. But I want to check that out. At the end of the day, bro, you got bested, and the fact that you're playing all these goddamn excuses and scenarios to get out of it is just sad, bro, because it proves you're not a leader. You can't even take charge and stand 10 toes on your own mistakes, bro. So if people are seeing you taking the clear L's you're taking right now, and you're refusing to stand on that and actually take it on the chin instead of pointing the fingers here, pointing the fingers there, bro, you're not a legitimate leader, and realistically, you're just an old guy who's outgrown his stay here, bro. Admit it. It's a young guy's game now. So you and your 60-year-old guy, get the hell out of here because your guys clearly can't handle what's happening right now. It's over. There are new people stepping into the game, and they're calling you guys out for the frauds that you are. The frauds and grifters. Like, bro, you can't use this excuse that I was I was tricked. I was tricked. You should have done the research. What this exposed is you guys don't do any fact checking. Hey, listen, tater tots out there, Rollo tards, pay attention, okay? Because maybe, just maybe, a lot of the information you've been receiving thus far may have all just been bro science. And if you think you're the side of facts and evidence, maybe you should think again and pick up a book. And next time guys like Andrew Tate tells you to stay out of school, tell them they're fucking dumb because you don't want to be stupid. It's better to just err on the side of caution than believe conspiracies. Chat, you let me know what the hell you think about this, all right? First of all, who was in the right and who was in the wrong? And then one of the two is going to be a little bit different because I want to know. A lot of people are saying, you know what? Roll Tomasi, listen, I'm putting a 1 because this is he should all of this could 100% been prevented if he would have done his research and due diligence. Or put a 2 in the chat if you believe Britney Venti and the whole scenario she put down to get to the Roll Tomasi to be exposed. That was kind of foul, right? So let me know 1s or 2s because it seems like a lot of people they're thinking different ways. 1, if you think this is a negligence on Rollo's part, or 2, if you believe Brittany Venti is somehow at fault for getting Rollo to do what he was gonna do anyways. And I'm gonna see you guys on the next show because this one has definitely been interesting and we got to keep it on. But if it was up to me right now, I would say a 1, bro. I'm gonna put a 1 in the chat right now. Actually, I'm gonna put a 1 right now because realistically, Rollo, you got fooled. You should have done your research. I'm not gonna fall for this, and other YouTubers out here, they're not gonna fall for that either. And you're not the only one that gets sent shit from other people. So you should have done your research. But again, if you want to blame Britney Venti, put a 2 in the chat, and I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one. Peace.